Can you hear me? Yeah, we're live. What the fuck? How come my thing? Hold on. Ah, whatever. Yeah, we're live. Anybody can join us, guys. If you're listening,
And it's kind of like when Floyd fought Baltimore after Zab Judah. Baltimore was not a great fighter. He was barely over a one-hit wonder, and Floyd schooled him and completely schooled him. But he was the champion at the time. He was the champion at the time, and Floyd did what he had to do to win.
Chief, for the last 3 rounds, with the last 3 rounds, like the first 9, because I changed the channel to something more entertaining.
Well, I almost went to sleep because I got church tomorrow, and it's midnight, and I'm going to be tired tomorrow and be barely being able to pay attention in the pews. But I followed this through because I figured do an after show, and I wanted to verbally put my 2 cents into the fact that, again, Haney deserves all the credit for being smart, doing exactly what he needed to do. But we need to call out both sides, and that's the fact that Kambosos he didn't show any championship heart. He showed no game plan. He showed no intelligence. He showed no desire to really win. When they got in close, he just stood there, didn't fire his jab, didn't work the body. It's all what he didn't do versus what Haney did do, because Haney didn't do much. Haney did not do much in this fight. He didn't have to.
No, he did just enough to win.
He didn't have to do much, though, because Kambosos didn't make him do much.
Exactly.
I mean,
just
honestly, that's what I think it looks like on paper, but like, I don't know. I think the timing and technique is what give him issues.
Maybe. I mean, in the first 3 rounds, though, I didn't see timing or technique throwing him off. I saw him standing there.
Well, yeah, that's because they're fresh, though. That's because they got all their batteries.
That's the time you jump on. That's the time when you jump on a guy. If you're fresh, that's when you actually go in there and try and implement something.
Yeah, I was expecting the excessive clinching, which obviously happened.
Yeah, I talked to Corey about that in a different chat room one time. So, if he's listening, Corey, I told you there's going to be some extensive clinching, and it definitely happened.
Oh, hey, is Jimmy in this party?
Yeah, Jimmy's right here.
Yeah, Jimmy. No, I just want to say, man, I just remember about maybe a month, 2 months ago, maybe 3, when I was in Florida, and we was talking about this, like just a recent thing. We were talking about the lightweight division, and I remember you just like always counting Devin Haney out. Every time I try to bring him up, you would say, "Nah, we ain't talking about him right now."
That's not true. I think you got me confused with somebody else, bro.
No, it was
I said right from the beginning. I go back and listen to the show. I've said right from the beginning, he's probably got the best jab at 135. Kambosos sucks so bad tonight. If I was Haney, I'd try to get his way out of that rematch. Like, why do I even have to go back down there? That kid came out flat-footed. Like, Tim Bradley was blown away. Like, he came in. You watched that fucking Teofimo fight. Up on his toes, bouncing in and out. He came out flat-footed against a kid with a longer fucking reach and a jab. Like, that kid's a moron. I thought he was going to be able to use the fucking home field advantage, the crowd, and step on his toes. He just fought, but I'll tell you, at the same token, Haney won the fight easily, but he don't like getting hit. He doesn't react to getting fucking punched.
I think that whole fight, I was very stressful about that.
Kambosos had to rough him up. I don't think the game plan that he used against Lopez would work. He had to be like become like a Chavez today to beat. He didn't have any kind of game plan. He came out with that stupid Philly shell again against a taller, much better, longer boxer, and he just got his head boxed off. That's it.
He thought he was a power puncher.
But now, see, listen, now it's like this, okay? Because like I said, even back in the days, I was always a Haney fan. Now the big question is, who can really even beat Haney right now? Like, because I've been saying this, like, Haney is a whole problem. Like, and because I remember when we was having this conversation, now it's all coming back to me. When we were talking about if Gervonta Tank Davis fought Lomachenko, and then I said, "What about Devin Haney?" And then you like kind of mushed that off for a while.
I mushed it off because he wasn't trying to get his ticket punched. So when he wasn't being serious about going until Lomachenko said he would take whatever offer, and then he got serious. So until he acted he was serious, I wasn't gonna talk about him going there. But he did, and I said right when he signed with Top Rank and he did what he had to do. But I'm telling you right now, if Shakur Stevens came up to 135, would fucking pick him apart.
Yeah,
I agree. I totally agree with that.
Okay, come on. Let's not.
Shakur probably does that to anyone In
That's a
135.
different
You
weight
agree,
class.
right?
Let's not.
I agree with that too.
No, I was
Yeah,
just
let's
saying
not
he
talk
came out
about
to
Shakur
one. He
Stevenson.
came
I
out
want
to
to hear what Chibi. I
135.
want to hear what Chibi has to say to that. I want to hear what Chibi has to say to that.
All right, listen now. Let's not talk about that. Okay, all right, bro.
Why
He
not?
in his own weight class. This is 135. He's at 130. We don't gotta talk about fantasy fights. That's right now. Let's talk about what's in this weight class. Like for instance, who even have a chance at 135
Oh, you said Lomachenko.
Against who?
Lomachenko
Against
does.
who? Who has a chance against who?
against
But
Devin Haney? I mean,
Against Haney. Loma beat the
Chibi
fuck out of Haney.
I don't
There's
think
there's several
Lomachenko
people that have a
is
chance
Lomachenko
who
isn't
actually do
fighting
it. Is a
anymore.
different
Trust
story.
me. He's
Haney
from a
beat the
got
shit out
Neo.
of
I'm in the
Haney,
Matrix.
and Loma beat the shit out of Haney.
Yeah,
Period.
even I believe Loma has a shot.
Yeah, I think
My boy
Loma.
Loma.
Man,
I
Loma,
mean, Loma been,
motherfucker. You
but
Nah.
but
Neo, the
but Loma
Matrix.
been on a hiatus. But
Devontae
Loma
Davis.
is. Well,
I don't
all I'm
think. I
saying
don't
is
think.
Loma's on a. But the thing is, Lomachenko is on a hiatus right now, and
Doesn't matter.
Chibi, you got a new microphone, bro? You sound like you're coming in loud and clear. I didn't even know that was you at first, bro. You sound so good.
yeah. You just gotta be working late night, man. But now I got a day job, so I'm at home, so I got Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
What did you
you're
think
coming
about
through
that?
loud and clear.
What did you think about that punch that Kambosos ate in the third round?
What round was that? The third?
Yeah, third round, I think. Haney kind of backed off him when he could have gone at him, so I think it was a bit of a smart decision on this part.
I honestly thought. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I just think Haney fell in love with it. Kambosos actually thought he was a power puncher, which just blows my mind. Like a straight up one shot power punch. He thought he was. I think it's truly because he heard
thought he
That Teofimo fight,
was gonna-
first round,
Yeah,
completely
Hercules.
I said I called in like a couple months ago. I said that fight he had versus Teofimo, that was the perfect fight for him. He will never fight like that again. Just given that, I think he almost won that fight before it even started. Mentally, Teofimo came out trying to take his head off. He just walked into a right hand. Like, that was it right there.
No, he never beat Teal. They robbed Teal because he beat Loma.
Oh no, he beat
sure.
T.O. He beat T.O.
He beat him.
He beat T.O.
It was a fluke.
T.O.
You guys
came in.
No,
T.O.
he
came in,
beat T.O.
rattled,
fair
and
square.
came out of his element.
Poseidon.
wanted Lopez to lose. It's clear. It's obvious. It was a fluke.
Was
That's it.
Kambosos an underdog?
No. I don't know what.
That
Listen,
night.
I don't know what dimension you was in when that fight happened, but no, T.O. won that fight hands down, and that is
I was gonna
nothing
live-
like.
No
Not
way.
T.O., but Kambosos.
Yeah.
No, I'm a little tipsy. Sorry, but no. Kambosos won that fight hands down. He outboxed him.
A Latino beat the number one pound for pound. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.
Poseidon.
We can put this in that category. Regardless of the situation, your boy lost, bro. Your boy lost, and nobody even thinks he won. And he's in denial. He's in denial, just like you.
Something
Fuck
Devin
Debbie
Huggy didn't do, because that's what you maggots are about. You love bullshit ass fighting like that. Call it a domination. At least he put on a show. Something Devin Huggy didn't do.
What?
Look at Lopez's face. Look at his face.
How can you even say Devin Haney didn't put on a show, bro? He showed the sweet science of boxing tonight.
They didn't do shit.
He didn't even drop George.
I wouldn't go that far.
Put me to
I wouldn't
sleep.
go that far.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
That was such a
No.
You know what, bro? Listen, man, I'm beginning to think, bro. I'm beginning to think, bro. Like, and maybe it's just the liquor talking, bro. But why you hating so hard on Devin Haney winning that fight? How did he not win that in a great fashion?
No, Devin
He didn't do shit.
I'm just saying.
Let me talk for a second. Let me talk, because I'm not gonna be on for very long. I gotta go pretty soon. So let me talk to Chibi real quick. Chibi, that was a win. It was a solid win. But when you talk about the history of boxing, I've been following the sport longer than you've been alive, probably. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet actual real money that I have that was not an impressive performance as per making a statement. It just was not.
It was a good
not.
performance.
Thank you.
It
was a solid win. It was a sheer clear cut win, and there's no
It was gay.
denying that. but that was not a historically great performance of a domination win to make a statement. That's a case closed, undisputed.
Okay,
fact.
Mauro.
That's more of an undisputed
Listen,
fact than
listen. I'll put it to you. I'll put it to you like this. My comeback to you is like, listen. I will say that yes, maybe you have been watching boxing longer than me, but we're in a different type of era right now. This dude literally went to. He literally went to another person's country, which a lot of American boxers don't do. Went to another person's country, took this guy's belt, bro, in a great fashion.
Okay.
Great fashion.
Okay.
If you can't give Devin Haney,
Chibi, I have a
Nobody
question
cares.
for Chibi. I have a question for Chibi. Did Haney
Define
go
great
to
fashion.
Kambosos?
Chibi.
Did Haney go to Kambosos?
Chibi, define great fashion.
Nobody
Did
cares.
Haney do to Kambosos what
define
Alexander
great fashion, bro. You didn't see bro. Did you not see? Did you not see how perfect he been jabbing him? That stiff jab he been hitting him with all night. Did you not see the counter punches? Did you not see?
Yo, Chibi, I totally agree with you, but the only issue is he had a style advantage.
What do you mean?
I don't know who said that.
That doesn't even make sense, bro.
Size
does make sense.
He's way bigger.
He didn't pray enough.
Great. That's
Haney
it's an
started
adjective. Anybody
clinching
could
from
be
the
great.
second round.
Bro, he
started
went for
clinching
double
the
leg
second
takedown.
round. That
Hey,
was
gentlemen,
awful.
hey guys, this is just want to point out this is like a show that people listen to. What happens is if you're sitting back trying to listen to the show, it becomes too fucking nuts. Too many people talking once. Let's try to let one person talk at once so everybody gets their thoughts out and it makes it enjoyable for those listening. That's all.
Okay.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Let me ask a question. I want to ask a question to Chibi. Did
This
Haney
guy sucks.
put on a performance against Kambosos what Alexander Usyk did to Anthony Joshua? I would say that
No.
was a much better. That was a masterclass performance.
What was a better fight, Teal or Haney? Teal.
All right, okay. Let me ask. All right, let me ask
You'll say that Theo lost because of the racism against Chinese, right? That's what you'll say, right?
Let Chibi answer.
Okay, let me ask.
Because of
I'm gonna ask the
racism
first
against
question.
Chinese.
So I'm gonna ask the first question. The Teal fight, granted, was more exciting because because first off, this is where Teofimo hands down, like, and I'm not gonna be a hater. Teofimo could have won that fight. You know what I'm saying? But Teofimo came in there swinging like. You know, like Kambosos, like Kambosos was a bum. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. You feel me? Seal came in there like he was a bum. You feel me? No, Haney came in there like if he was the best fighter. Like he was like, okay, I'm going to be cautious with this person, and that's what made this fight better than the TO fight. Like, was the TO fight more exciting? Yes, because they was really like throwing. But was this fight?
So why were you happy when he lost? Why was the whole boxing community happy when he lost? Because you're all mad.
Because we all know why the fuck he bro. All right, I'm sorry. We all know why. Because Teofimo is a bitch boy and he was ducking Haney. At least Kambosos had nuts to motherfucking say fuck it and fight him. We all know that for a fact.
He was
I've been saying this since I've been saying no, hold on. I've been saying this since I even started talking on this show that they've been ducking Haney. And I said this. I said they've been ducking Haney.
Debbie Haney.
Then why nobody want to fight him then? Why nobody wanted to fight him?
Chibi.
Because he doesn't sell tickets because he's boring as fuck.
Chibi.
And gay.
Let's
Hold on. This is crazy.
I need to read a
I bet you hate Mayweather too, but let's keep it going.
I'll debate you on Mayweather anytime you want.
All of y'all.
Haney and Mayweather are not comparable in the fucking slightest.
Hey, hold on.
I'm comparing them to Mayweather. Only thing I'm saying is this, bro. This young man,
Guys,
listen,
Joe's trying to
everybody
talk.
quiet. Shut up. He's got to read some super chats.
Yeah. Somebody may help me with the fucking super chat.
I'm gonna mute people if they talk over you, dude.
T Bulldog says Haney has now surpassed Loma. I'm loving the tears. So apparently now Lomachenko fans are crying. And then we have another super chat from TX Bulldog again. He says nobody in the panel can land 85 jabs on a champion. And then Joker, last super chat, he says Haney was hugging and clinching all night. And boxing is not wrestling.
But he didn't drop Joker. He didn't drop Kambosos. Teal did, even after being hurt. There's levels to it, but this is what happens when you Loma lovers. This is what you Loma lovers did.
Okay, let's get back to this whole ducking Haney thing.
Debbie Haney.
The people liked what it was. Haney was one of the many people that were ranked, and Loma was putting things together. The franchise belt came in and screwed it a little bit more than a whole bunch of stuff up. Loma was Loma was the champion. Haney was ranked number one. Tio was ranked number one, and I'm sure there are other guys in there. And he chose to unify a belt with Lopez first. I mean, that's not ducking. And then when Lopez got the belt, instead of hold on real quick because I'm almost done. And then instead of giving a belt up, he had to defend against the number one contender who happened to be Kambosos. So if he would have faced Haney instead of Kambosos, we wouldn't be fighting for Undisputed tonight because they would have stripped the IBF. So how's that ducking? It's not. It's a narrative. It's a false narrative put out there by someone.
The hate that Teal got, he didn't get no support from the fans, played a part in him being robbed and him not being able to sell because it's all a business. You guys did this. Thank you.
Where's the money?
Where's
the money in Kambosos? Can you answer that?
No, if Teal was able to get support and fans as he should have for beating Loma, they would have never robbed him. That's my point.
Well, maybe if Tio wouldn't act like a bitch boy and rematch Lomachenko, we would have had this problem.
He couldn't rematch Lomachenko. He had to fight Kambosos or else he gets stripped.
Exactly.
If he would have stripped the IBF, we wouldn't have the Undisputed tonight.
It was a mandatory. Yeah.
I'm gonna do what he said.
That mandatory wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have pushed that mandatory if you offered when there's a tight championship fight, especially that many belts on the lines. If he wanted to run it back with Lomachenko, the WBC or whatever belt, they wouldn't have pushed that mandatory. IBF. I'm sorry, they wouldn't have pushed it. That's the one opportunity to say, okay, well, you're running something back. They do it all the time. Well, you've seen that they did it with. They just did it with the kid from Australia recently. But yeah, no. So he chose.
Well, yeah, they had to pay him money.
Yeah, he chose to say, "Fucking no, I don't want." He didn't want a rematch. He was like, "Fuck that, I'm not doing it," and that was just how it went. And then he went on to the other boy.
Yeah, regardless of the situation, the only thing that I'm saying, bro, I feel like, bro, and like I'm only gonna say 75. No, I'm gonna say 50% of this whole conversation is y'all hating on Devin Haney like he did not deserve this win. Like he came in the fight. He showed his skills, sweet science, and of course I'm not talking about you, Jimmy. But but all I'm saying is Bro, listen. What you mean? What science? Look what he just did. He literally.
He went for a takedown. What are you talking about?
Hugging is not a science. I can't do that.
But when Tyson Fury did that, bullshit, nobody ain't say nothing. But when Devin Haney do it now it's a problem. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
I have a question.
He did it. Tyson Fury knocked his opponent out. Tyson Fury knocked his opponent out.
I have a question for everybody. Is this win bigger than when Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez? Or
no.
It's about even.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Yes, it is. It is.
Haney was the favored. You know what I mean? So
Teal just beat Loma, and like
Teofimo was the man. He was the man.
No one gave a shot against him.
Kambosos was a bigger up,
and he was unknown.
That's a fact.
He was the king of New York.
Yeah.
Bro, who Teofimo, bro? Nobody even care. Bro, man, we call Teofimo Duck Dodgers where I'm from, bro. Like the dude was a bitch boy, bro. He didn't want to fight nobody. He wanted to hold on to them belts as long as he could. He was even prolonging the Kambosos fight. It got to a point where even Thriller didn't even want to fucking invest in it because it was taking so long for the fight to happen because he kept coming up with
bullshit. But he was on the pound for pound list. He was on the pound for pound list. No one had Kambosos on the pound for pound list. Like he was a highly well respected fighter, regardless. So just beating him was a big deal. Yeah, Haney was supposed to win tonight, and he did. So.
And I got to say something. A lot of people are writing off Teofimo Lopez, which I think is a huge mistake. That he's still a young, tough kid. That fight, that like physically is not going to prevent him. I'm just hoping with maybe that crazy bitch of a wife out of his life, he gets his shit back together and he's in the right place because he's got both
Add
the
a real
talent
trainer
he
to
can
that
punch.
And his crazy father.
I mean,
And
he's
his
going to
real corner
140.
Keep him out of Italy. Keep him out of Italy.
He's going to 140 anyway, so.
That was the other thing. He was going to go to 140 after, regardless.
Y'all need to.
So keeping that this theory that he was trying to keep the belts as long as possible.
Yeah, you're kind of lagging, man.
It doesn't hold water compared to what reality of boxing really is. He wasn't going to be at 135 again after that fight.
How much longer?
The reality
is
of boxing is he wasn't going to be
or
at 135 after the fight.
How much?
How
much longer do y'all think Haney will stay at 135? I don't think it's that much longer.
His next fight will probably be at 140.
Whoa.
You think Haney moves up already?
Already?
But nah, Haney,
I don't know.
this is what Haney's gonna do. Haney's gonna say fuck all this shit. He's gonna clean out the division. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I wanted to say this last week, but unfortunately I couldn't make the thing. The last Discord, Gervonta Tank Davis is basically just entertainment. You feel me? I can't really respect him as a real champion until he fight one of the best because I'm a diehard.
There you go. That's facts. That's facts.
Oh, okay, you agree? Yeah, you know. So I don't see him fighting Ryan Garcia. He a bitch boy. The only person
nobody
He
said
is
his
leaving
name.
Mayweather. He is leaving Mayweather, so we'll see.
No, did you notice when you said?
With him.
Yeah, he did. They supposedly re-signed with him for a couple of $1 million bonus, supposedly.
Did he
but
actually?
yeah, that's crazy, right? But no, it's funny. It's just in the ether on Twitter. So take it with what you want. It's one of those Twitter things. So
my thing is that Floyd's the one that said it. That's never been a reliable.
Oh, you know exactly, brother. But when Chibi said, yeah, exactly. When Chibi said, who do you got? Who can stop him? Nobody even mentioned Davis because they've proven they have no interest because they're pulling in numbers. They're selling enough pay-per-views to make it fucking profitable, especially if they're paying his opponents $500,000, 300,000. They're just not going to bother. You know why? They're making money. That's all they care about.
It doesn't make no sense because. See, this is the problem. Gervonta Tank Davis is a household name because of Mayweather, and because of that, you feel me? Like he doesn't have to even he doesn't even have to fight the best to sell out tickets. So diehard fans like us, we only watched the freaking Rolly Romero and the Gervonta Tank Davis fight because we thought it was hilarious. We knew who was going to win, but we just thought it was funny. You know, it was just a shit show. But
he's a household name because he's got the exposure.
Yeah,
you can say Mayweather if you want to, and PBC and Showtime have had him on the regular, and then they started forcing him down our throats on pay-per-view, which have not been selling that great. But he is selling tickets out in arenas, which
pretty good.
So why would I fight somebody that I have to pay $3 million to? He's doing it perfect. He's making a lot of money in his younger years.
Yeah,
that's Floyd Mayweather's game plan. Floyd Mayweather is all about money.
Let's stop. Why always compare to Mayweather? Why always go back to Mayweather? Nobody can be like Mayweather.
That's his promoter. That's his promoter.
The thing is, the majority of what Homeboy's saying, and I get what he's saying. The only reason why he's such a big name is because of Mayweather and what he did. But this is the thing: if Gervonta Tank Davis would have said, okay, fuck Pete, if he would have said fuck Mayweather Promotions and did sign with Top Rank or DAZN or something like that, us diehard boxing fans would have respected him way more. But the regular fans, like, bro, like, even because like half of my homeboys, like, they always even try to come to me about that shit, saying like, oh, you know about the Gervonta Tank Davis fight? I'm like, bro, that shit trash, bro. He's not fighting nobody. But then when I asked them about Devin Haney or Lomachenko or Teofimo, they don't know shit about it. That's just what it is. He's just a household name in America.
He got co-signed by the pay-per-view king, and that's all there is to it.
Is Tank going to step up and fight?
No,
he won't. Or is he going to speed up? Is he going to speed up?
Is he going to beat up like number 30 and proclaim he's a fucking
dude? He's
best
knocking
division?
people off.
Bro,
He's
Is he going to beat up another clown show or what?
Yeah,
money for him. Like, why would he? Other than
you might as well even just say that he's only doing it for the money, bro. He's
what
not.
are you talking about? What about because he's a fucking legitimate fighter? Because he believes in himself. Because he wants to prove he's the fucking best.
Listen, I'm not taking no.
Yeah, but I'm not
taking.
I think
I'm not
right now
taking no
it's
skills.
evident he's not interested in that. He just wants to.
Listen, I'm not fighters, man. Just fucking ducking and diving for some cheap dollars. What the fuck?
The only thing I'm gonna say is this: I'm not taking no skills away from Javante Tank Davis. I'm not like obviously he's knocking people out. He did knock out Gamboa and shit. I'm not taking nothing from him. Only thing that I'm saying is that you feel me, like, bruh, it's fighters out here that he needs to fight. If he fights somebody like Devin Haney or Teofimo and beats one of them, that's when he get respect from diehard fans like us. I mean, when he beat Mario Barrios, we respected it because Mario Barrios is a damn good fighter, But at the end of the day, he was weight drained.
Really?
Yeah.
What are we doing right now? Nice record.
What are you talking about?
I'll give it that. And he was moving up in weight. I'll give him those two factors right there. But really good fighter, really.
Mario ain't shit.
I mean,
Mario ain't shit. Mario's ain't shit.
That's it.
All right, can I read some super chats here? We have
yes, read them. Read them now.
Let's read it. Somebody should help me read this shit. That Fong Tapas says
I'll do it.
Props. All right. Go ahead. No, wait, you can see them now. Okay, wait, hold on. Next time. The props do. Haney went to the most credible champ's house and schooled him. So you gotta give him credit.
Exactly.
Hold on, please. Get His Hand says, if they fight again, that shit better not be a pay-per-view. And then Timothy Figueroa says, Haney versus Matias, who do you got? And then Oli G says, anyone else favorite Teo over Haney? I think KO, to be honest. All right.
Let's go, Teo. Let's go, Teo.
My live.
Why are we talking about
my
Teo,
live
man?
on the VDH show? My live.
He said it, not me.
Yeah.
Bro, Teo is in denial, bro. Like, this nigga is retarded. I don't know why he gets so much. Like, bro, listen, man.
I agree, man.
He doesn't.
It's because of the Lomachenko win. He had a good win over Lomachenko, man.
And that was
It's not even a great win.
That was
like barely won.
It was 7-5, man. He won 7-5.
Lost 5 of the last 6 rounds. If they rematched with Lomachenko, having figured him out, I think
It's basically
it
was basically like
if they were to rematch right fucking
the rest of the time.
if they were to rematch right fucking now, fucking Lomachenko will dog walk this nigga, bro. He will beat the hell
you
out
gotta
of him.
give him his flowers, though. You gotta give him his flowers.
Why do we have to
needs to prove that shit?
Why do we have to?
Who's he gonna dog walk?
We gave Teofimo his respect. We gave it to him. We said, okay, even though, bro, we had a lot of excuses on why he won that fight, but we said, you know what, boxing is boxing. At the end of the day, you won that shit. You're the champion.
Yeah, who's we?
I just say what happened. I don't give any fucking excuses.
I'm gonna say my people. My people said that. Okay, he beat. Bro, listen. All I'm saying is, bro. Only thing I'm saying is, bro. Okay, he won the fight. He won the fight, and it was more of a thing like, okay, you won. Great, you did a great job, even if no matter what was wrong with Lomachenko, because boxing is boxing. But at the end of the day, bro, you feel me? He lost, bro, and and if anybody even think that Teofimo won that fight, is retarded. That's what it is.
You're talking about Kambosos now, right? Listen, that Loma Teo fight was close as hell. People. You really have to go and look back at that fight, man. It wasn't so clearly 7-5. It was a
true.
for sure.
That's true. It was competitive.
Because even those first 5, right? Loma wasn't doing a lot, but he was completely accurate, and all his shots were to the head. Teo was letting him run like half.
As soon as he picked up the pace, he dominated like 7
Okay, so I'm just saying, you don't think that maybe Devin Haney just made it look easy? You can't say Devin Haney just made it look easy tonight.
Hang on for a second.
Well, he didn't do shit. Matchup advantage, and Kambosos doesn't adjust. Like that's pretty much it.
My thing is this. My thing is this. And I got to go in a minute, so just let me just say this, and it's not that I don't want to give him credit. It's the fact that you had a guy that was right in front of you. For Kambosos, Haney did not move much. He was right there. He didn't use a jab. He didn't work the body. It wasn't like that. The Haney jab kept him that honest that much.
Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did.
He used a jab.
It really didn't. He could. Because when he counter jabbed, he landed. He just didn't do it enough. Because he didn't let his hands go, and he didn't choose to try and fight and dig in, knowing the fact he wasn't going to outbox this guy.
True.
Kambosos
you know firsthand. Let me finish sum it up real quick, please, because I'm on my way out. When you know that you're not going to outbox this guy on the outside, you know that you can't get him punch for punch, even if you think you have faster hands, you've got to do something to adjust, i.e. possibly sell out, and to defend your title. And you don't want to do that, then you're basically handing the titles over to the other guy. Now, did Haney have something to do with that? Obviously, he was the other guy in the ring. But when it came time to, am I going to give him overabundance of credit for the fact that Kambosos did not want to defend his titles that night because he didn't try? Because that's literally what happened.
Crazy. You're crazy.
He didn't
make any adjustments. Sucks, dude.
Tell me how.
Hold on.
He didn't want to hear the response.
No, Soothsayer, we don't want you to leave with that. No, you can't leave with that. I'm
Boxing Chief.
Excuse me, guys. Haney knew what he had to do.
I don't mean to cut you off. Everybody else, shut up. White man talking. I got to read a super chat. Pucho asked me to read it. No offense to you, Boxing Chief, sir. Texas Bulldog Boxing with a $2 holla donation says that jab's exactly why Haney wasn't George's first choice. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the donation. Chief, you have the floor. Everybody else be quiet.
I was done. Someone said that I was crazy. I wanted to hear their response and what I was saying.
Okay, yeah. Let me respond. I said you were crazy. Because you said Haney, it was little.
Who are you? I don't know who you are. Yeah, I can't see which person you are.
Boom. He's the desert. He's the desert.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you were saying, Kambosos didn't step up. No, Haney had a lot to do with that. He was landing the jab at will. That's what happened.
And he didn't will it enough.
And hugging.
He had no guard.
Bullshit.
He had absolutely no guard.
Like Barney.
Let me finish
the fight.
Like
Barney. Just let me finish.
Will it enough.
Haney was the bigger fighter, and he knew coming in he had to win basically by unanimous decision. So he didn't want to brawl as much. He played the smart game because he didn't want to lose on the scorecards. That's what happened. He could have made it. He got closer, and he could have got robbed.
He always boxes pretty much all the time.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Kambosos should have known. Kambosos should have known his strength. I mean, Kambosos is a dog. I mean, he's tough. He's a brawler. He convinced himself, I'm going to try to outbox somebody who clearly is a slicker, superior boxer. And he should have realized quite early, okay, I need to adjust. I need to take this, we need to get, roll up the sleeves and get serious and really put it on the line for my fucking world titles in front of my home crowd. And he didn't do it. I think he had tools to turn that into
I'll put it like this. He had the same thing that happened to him, just like what happened to Oscar Valdez. If Oscar Valdez is a good fighter, of course he is. He's a great fighter. But I don't like him. I think he's a cheater.
Don't lie.
Yeah, but
listen, we're not getting racist. I wanted Kambosos to lose. So what are you talking about? Anyways, like all I'm saying is it was just
white.
Yeah, I don't know how that defended your race thing, but
you hate whites and Hispanics. There you go.
Yeah, like
honestly, I'm gonna keep it G with y'all boys, man. Y'all been calling me racist for a while, and I honestly don't care. But all I'm saying is, I went for a freaking Devin Haney tonight. Devin Haney won in a great fashion, and then he deserved this win. And I feel like the only reason why y'all didn't want him to win is because he's not a knockout artist. And let's just hypothetically speak here. Hold on. Let's just hypothetically speak here. Wait. Hold on. Let's just hypothetically speak here. If Gervonta Tank Davis did say fuck it and stepped up to fight Devin Haney, I bet $100,000 y'all will go with fucking Gervonta Tank Davis because he's more exciting.
Somebody else won't care.
You're wrong.
I don't care.
Well, I just want to say too. Can I just say too? I think Chibi, you can be like, and it's tribalistic, which a lot of people they go for the people. That doesn't make him racist. I don't get that vibe that he's like. You know what I mean? He's just some people will go with their people. That's all. I mean, I just think that term racist is a little gets thrown around too much.
I'm with Jimmy on that one.
Can I say something real quick? The reason why he even brought up the term racist is because he said I wasn't racist. I picked Kambosos to win, but he's
that was funny as fuck. I know that was funny.
All I'm saying is, and I'm pretty sure I was even when Keith Thurman fought freaking Barrios. I went for Barrios. I wanted him to win because he was the youngest fighter.
White boy with a tan.
I don't believe you. I believe you.
He's a hippie. He's a hippie.
Yo, Chibi did say that though. I do remember him saying that. I think
you're lying when you're saying you rooted for Barrios. I think
no, he did say that.
No, I'm talking about this guy, the Chiba guy. But anyways,
yeah, I remember him saying that.
I want to ask a quick question though. But hold on, Chiba, for crying out loud, you got a fucking pecker mouth on you. Let me talk for a second, all right? Hold on, Chief Faroni. Hold on, I'm talking. All right. So the question I'm trying to figure out. Is this the JDA guy? Is that a knockoff version of BDA? Who is JDA? I've never heard of this film.
Dude,
he's been on a while.
It's just wannabe, just a cheap imitation, basically. Yeah.
Is it the Dollarama version of BDA? Is that what it is? The Dollarama version? Okay.
It's the China version. Yeah, the China version.
China version. All right.
Japanese version.
That's all, fellas. I'm sorry. You guys keep cooking.
What's up, Sam? What's up, Sam?
Hold on, guys.
And even with Teofimo fought
Black Chewy, let somebody else talk, Michael.
Yeah. Can I say something real quick also?
Yeah, sorry.
How is this a great performance when the dude just jabbed and went for fucking takedowns, basically? That was basically an MMA fight. This shit sucked. It was
like Barney. It was like Barney.
At most, it was okay for Haney. But
he started clinching in the second round.
Like that, and he won that minimum. He won a minimum of 10 rounds.
Honestly, I'm surprised you guys didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it, but I'm saying, why is this considered a great performance? Why is this?
I don't want to see you guys on it. I don't want to see you guys on it.
In the context of like boxing, this is a standard, sadly.
Yeah.
Have anybody?
Boxing sucks, and it shouldn't be judged compared to boxing.
No.
All of boxing.
Jimmy, what do you do when someone's clinching and scoring points? What do you do?
Well, you try to like pull yourself. Yeah, you duck the points and you try to pull yourself out. You can get nasty, but no. My thing on this. You want to know if it was a good fight? I always judge it by this way. Would you save it in your DVR? Is that a fight you'd want to rewatch?
Yes.
No.
Delete it.
The first 5 belt holder in the history of boxing, undisputed.
First 5.
It wasn't exciting as Carlos undisputed.
This is the thing, though.
Gentlemen,
I was in the.
I just want to say good night, real quick, and thanks for letting me on, Bucho. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on another one.
Good night, man. Thanks for coming.
Good morning.
Can I just say something? I was on the Discord chatting with people while we were watching the fight live. And myself and other people were saying that this fight looks boring, and all of a sudden we start people telling us, "Oh, you're hating." Like what? Why are we hating? Like, boring.
You didn't see you don't like boxing. That's like going to a baseball game.
That's bullshit.
This is a new narrative where you can't even criticize. You can't criticize it without being a fucking hater. That's fucking bullshit.
No, let's be real. He's a brother. That's what it is. He's a brother. They can get away with anything. And
I'm trying to be quiet, bro. But you right there, stop that shit, bro. You need to stop that, bro.
Okay,
when Tyson Fury did this shit, it was okay. But when Devin Haney do it, it's not.
Hey, guess what? I don't even like theories, so that
doing it.
When it comes to
why is clinching like basically allowed in boxing?
Opponent lands
illegal.
Because the that's up to the referee to do that, but nowadays they just
referee is wrong.
It all started with that crooked ref. What's his name? Bayless. That little
smart. Now that ref was perfect. That ref.
I'm talking about Bayless.
He said nothing about the
He didn't
clinches. Clinches
take
are
a point.
illegal.
Did you see Kambosa?
No.
grab Haney's arm
Bayless
and
is
try to throw a
not.
punch?
Bayless is not exactly what you call a great ref. You don't remember that Fury and Deontay Wilder fight?
No,
You
but
don't
he's
remember what
the
happened?
one that started the standard of letting the glitching, like let it happen. They're supposed to give them point deduction. He started all that nonsense. That's the reason why Floyd would always have that same ref over and over.
But when Devin Haney went for the clinch, he threw a punch and got real close to Kambosa. That's not really
That's
clinching.
even worse. That's pussy shit. You throw a punch and then basically stop it.
Exactly. He takes it in the ass.
You can't
takes it in the ass.
fight, so you clinch and you reset the distance.
But he didn't
That's
wrap
bullshit.
around him. He put his shoulder
Yes, he did.
into him.
You can't fight on it. You
Not all the time.
You go about his balls.
You can't fight on the inside. Is what we
go
saw.
about his balls.
On the inside.
Could that get any gayer?
Kambosa could have still
Haney is
punched.
a crotch sniffer.
Exactly.
Nah, man, that was a
Yes,
brilliant
he went for
performance.
takedowns, dude.
He
I
knew
saw
he
fucking
needed to win in
MMA
Australia. Come on.
Come on, guys. Guys, one at a time. Come on, guys. One at a time. Seriously. That way we can hear what everybody says. You know what I mean? So we get everybody across. One at a time, gentlemen.
Make quick points.
I said MMA.
He can't fight on the inside.
Haney is an MMA fighter. That's what I said.
You're crazy. So why
What do you mean? He went for
Kambosa
double leg
take a step back?
takedowns. He literally
Why
went for
didn't
double leg
Kambosa
takedowns.
take a step
MMA
back and
fighters
keep
don't have
coming?
that good of a jab.
Who gives a fuck about a jab? He went for a double leg takedown. I don't care about that.
But you're the one making that comparison. You did that.
Oh, so he's a MMA fighter with a good jab. There you go.
All right, number one. All right, number one.
It's so
Wiley
easy.
fan.
Why didn't George jab and hug? Like,
Yeah,
he
George is
did.
a bum.
Shut up.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care.
do what you
about
gotta do.
George.
Shut up.
Oh, now he's a bum. You a bum.
No. The problem is he didn't have enough gyros.
Jesus Christ. Hey, listen, when anybody's talking, when you're done talking, just go, all right, I'm done. And then the next person go.
The chat, TX Bulldog, thank you for your contribution. He says 85 jabs. Why does Tyson Fury get more credit versus Wallin? I don't know what he's talking about.
No, only thing I'm saying is, bro, it's so crazy how you would say that. Oh yeah, Tyson Fury's a great fighter. How he did Deontay Wilder, this and that. But then when freaking Devin Haney grabbed Homeboy a couple of times, now he's now he don't deserve this win. You know what? Use a bum.
No.
That's all I'm saying. It sounds like use the bum.
You're talking over each other.
He knocked in a Wilder. He's still doing
replying
two
to me
fights.
right now. No, he's replying directly to me, so I need to reply. I don't fucking credit Fury. I actually criticize him a lot. So I don't know why you're saying that.
Fury stopped his opponent 2 out of 3 fights. Isn't that a little bit different?
Yeah.
And they were different. In that fight against Vladimir Klitschko, I crucified him in that. I said that was the most boring heavyweight fight I've ever seen in my life.
That was
But he did what he had to do.
He was criticized.
Yeah, he did what he had to do, but that was a terrible fight to watch. You know what I mean?
I mean, calling out bullshit doesn't say anything about the performance.
Let's just go off of what they said. Let's just go off of what they said. They just said that he did what he had to do. Devin Haney did what he had to do. So why won't you give him his credit?
That's right.
I criticized him when he stunk up
was
the
in
ring.
America, he would have been more
Fury stunk it
entertaining
up.
because he wasn't worried about the judges. Do you agree with that?
What's that?
If that fight was in America, he wouldn't have played it as safe. But since he was in Australia, he knew he had to make a unanimous decision. Come on.
I don't know if I agree.
That's how he always fights. Isn't that how he always fights anyway?
Yeah, that's how you
damage
that's
more
different.
if he
Yeah,
fought.
No,
You're right, Rico.
He
You're right, Rico.
He could have came over with the right, but he didn't. He played it safe.
No.
He just
No,
he
like
just
I mean,
they allow
you guys keep
But if
forgetting
you're
that
fighting
it's a
overseas,
style disadvantage for Kambosos.
We all just say as a group, man. Why y'all can't just say as a group, bro? Congratulations on Devin Haney with a great win. He just beat freaking.
Yeah, it was a great win. It was boring as fuck, but it was a great win.
How was it a great
It was a great achievement.
He became undisputed. How are you going to argue against that?
He lost that match
Every
in 2
boxing
rounds.
fan wants to see undisputed. You can't argue against that.
You know what
Yeah, you can. Just watch me.
You know what you guys you always want to see Rock'em Sock'em Robot. You can't stand when someone dismantle a guy.
No, I don't want to
he's-
dismantling.
It's
I don't
not
want to dismantling because it's illegal. That's what I don't want to do.
He didn't do shit, though.
Dude,
Debbie didn't do shit, though.
We can all appreciate like a complete dismantling. It wasn't even that. It was just sort of middle of the road, an easy win. But it wasn't like a Mayweather sort of like.
You sound like the biggest hater I ever met in my life, bro.
Okay, bro.
Like that doesn't make any sense.
I bet you're never going to watch this fight again in your fucking life, bro. I bet that.
Yesterday, this guy was the biggest thing.
You're not going to watch it again.
That's why.
George
issue
deleted it already. You deleted that shit already.
The issue Black TV's having is because y'all are blaming Devin Haney for being a boring fight. He's trying to go in there and win. His best punch.
It's because he cheated when he clinched because clinching is illegal.
Clinching is against the rules. He's not an inside fighter, so if you're smart, you're not going to get in an inside fight with a pocket fighter like him.
Why are you rationalizing cheating? Why are you rationalizing cheating?
Clinching is against the rules. It's Kambosos' job to not allow Devin Haney to.
It's the ref's job to.
It's the ref's.
Listen, man, I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you don't like boxing, watch Street Beefs. That's regular just niggas fighting.
I don't that doesn't mean anything. That wasn't boxing.
Even in Street there's excessive clinching in that.
No,
guys, let me read two super chats here. Joker says Kenny Bayless always gives black fighters an unfair advantage. Mayweather can credit. Hold on, let me finish. Mayweather can credit Bayless for half. Mayweather can credit Bayless for half his wins. And another super chat from TX Bulldog Boxing, thank you. And he says George himself said nobody else wanted to fight him. I guess he said
that's because he's trying to make himself look good.
Shout out to Joker.
Let's be real here, guys.
Do you guys want to know something? You guys want to know something?
Y'all the biggest Devin Haney.
Hey, hold on. Let's have some talk.
Hold on. Do you guys want to know something, man? This is what I thought was gonna happen. I lost $100 to the head coach at the local gym here. He bet me $100. Hold on, Fip. He bet me $100 that Devin Haney would whip that boy, and I told him no. Devin Haney's gonna get robbed, even though I think Devin Haney's gonna whoop him, just like you're saying. I was completely wrong, man.
Yeah, he got
completely wrong. He didn't get robbed, and I lost out on $100. So fuck you, Devin Haney. Fuck you, Devin Haney. We're going.
Yeah, fuck Devin Haney.
Fuck Kambosos.
Well, at least you got a reason to hate Devin Haney.
Kambosos done. Who else is he gonna fight? He's done. He looks like a bum. No one wants to see him.
He's not done.
Listen, no. Y'all need to stop that shit, bro.
He could fight Isaac Cruz. He could fight other people.
He get murdered.
Instead of saying,
knocks him out.
look. The only thing I'm saying is this. Listen, the only thing I'm saying is this. Instead of saying that he's a bum, why can't nobody just say that he just got great boxing skills and make it look easy? Why y'all gotta hate on him so hard, bro?
Jimmy, I said that over an hour ago.
Some haters.
Jimmy, I said that over an hour ago.
Kambosos said his fight. Hold on.
Did you hear that song?
Let somebody new talk, right? Let's hear Spider. He wants to say something. Spider,
so to me, Kambosos had his 5 minutes of fame similar to like Hassam fucking Rockman when he knocked out Lennox Lewis. He had his little 5 minutes. He won all the belts. He talked the big talk. Look, I'm the fucking man. I'm this and that. Then he just fucking lost, and that's it. So. Similar, in my opinion, sort of similar.
Mm-hmm. Hey, can we get this up?
Haney's gonna get knocked out.
Okay. Kambosos is a good fighter. I hope he does. Kambosos is a good fighter. He's not elite level. He's not in the shouldn't be in the same team.
Hey, who is elite?
Who's gonna fight a lion next?
But he is a great fighter. Devin deserves credit for beating a great fighter. It's boxing.
He's not a great fighter. He's
good, okay. He's a really good fighter.
He's a gay fighter.
Really good is okay. Yeah, really good. Okay.
I'm gonna be real, man.
Devin deserves credit for that.
I never thought I'd say this on this channel, but y'all racist.
Didn't you just admit that you only bet on like black players?
Listen, you're crazy, man. You're crazy.
I'm not racist.
You want me to tell you why you're crazy?
Devin Haney's clinching? You're racist. That's what
No.
you
Do
just
you want me to
said.
tell you why you are crazy?
It's a fact.
You want me to tell this guy why he's crazy? Because when Wilder fought Fury, I purposely voted for Wilder because I don't want the white man to win. So you are one fucked up motherfucker.
That makes you more. That
Right?
makes you. That makes. Listen. That makes you. That makes you more racist. That makes you more racist. You, bro. Listen, dog, bro. I just don't. It titillates my mind to sit here.
You don't know what you're talking
You
about.
can't even get
Whatever.
I'm
Not racist, bro.
I support the PBC. I support the PBC. And you don't support the PBC, so you're a racist.
Who cares?
I support them.
Let me say this right quick.
Hey. Hold on.
Fury versus
in the chat, somebody says that you hate Canelo, so therefore that makes you a racist.
He hates Canelo because he's white.
Facts, Bucho.
Some Mexicans hate Canelo too, but let me say this
still
real
gonna
quick.
make some
No,
racist.
he
He
always
hates the
bets on the
person.
black dude. That's
And
what
you know
it is.
what?
Canelo Irish.
Come on now, y'all. But
Let me
y'all
ask you a
honestly.
question. No, but let me ask you a question. When Joe Smith fought Bernard Hopkins, who did you root for?
George
He didn't even fight
No,
Hopkins.
hold on. Who did you root
The legend,
for?
the
Who did you
legend
root
Bernard
for?
Hopkins.
Yeah, so you're
I would-
racist. Well, why don't you?
No. Because regardless of the no. Hold on.
We're doing.
You got him, Slugger. You got him, Slugger.
No,
Nah,
you
you
don't. You don't got nobody. What I'm saying is, I went, bro. When they had fought question, bro, I went for Bernard Hopkins because I went for Bernard Hopkins because I knew more of Bernard Hopkins. Like, bro, to be honest with you, if you even go, wait, hold on.
He's a black.
Like, even if you go to the fighting predictions, bro, hold on. If you go for the fighting predictions, and I'm gonna be 100% honest, I didn't know none of the other fighters that was fighting. All I knew was Devin Haney was fighting. That's why I only just bet on Devin Haney.
Spider Rico, take this guy out, please. Do me a favor, Spider Rico. Come on. You fought against Rocky. Get rid of this guy now, please.
To the welfare.
Why you such a bro? Y'all, bro. You know what? I'm so grateful, bro. I'm so grateful there's so many Devin Haney haters out here because I'm gonna be rooting for Devin Haney, bro, regardless, bro. Like y'all should stop hating and get a young man some props.
And he's still
Can I say something for the record?
Hold up.
Yeah.
Can I say something for the record?
Yeah,
No,
wait,
you
hold on. The super chat from the Funk Tapas, it says fantasy fight. Who wins, Teofimo Lopez or George Kambosos? What? Next fight?
Kambosos.
Rematch? I don't care.
You got the Greek guys behind him.
Teo would beat him in a rematch, easy.
And then let's be real. And let's be real, dude. Anybody even want to see another Kambosos versus Devin Haney? Bro, Devin Haney picked him apart.
No,
I don't want
to activate that rematch.
Why y'all care, bro? All right, then, bro. Give Devin Haney his credit, bro. He made it look easy.
Hey, we're gonna give him his credit.
Who you asking to credit though?
Why don't you criticize someone when they cheat? How about that?
Yeah,
shit, man.
Hold on.
Hey, guess what? Clinching is cheating. It's not legal in boxing.
And he's
Bro. I don't, bro. Listen, what you mean clinching and cheating, bro? Like, bro, listen, he was clinching, bro. Bro, that's so fucked up, bro. Because when Tyson Fury was doing it, everybody praised Tyson Fury. Y'all on some bullshit, bro. He clinched.
I call it out.
Bro, it made the most sense.
I agree with you, Chibi, but here's one issue. Haney did it like 4 times as much.
Bro, listen, Haney had the listen, I don't think y'all don't understand boxing, bro. Haney had the larger reach. He'll hit him with a double jab, then hug him, bro. So he don't hit again. But y'all just want to see this the problem. Y'all just wanted to see Haney get knocked the fuck out. And that's y'all problem. Y'all just some haters. Y'all racist. That's the problem.
Chibi, don't start with the racist thing, dude. I stopped
you right. I'm sorry.
You know better.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry.
We should all.
Chibi.
Can I say something for the record real quick?
No. You're right. I went too far. But why they hating on Devin Haney so hard though?
You don't have to say that.
for 11 rounds.
It's
Black
chitlin. Black Chibi, you're acting like everybody's shitting on Devin Haney. Just because some people, might be shitting on Devin Haney. Other people are just saying the fight was boring. But nobody's saying this guy's a bum or anything like that.
But you don't like boxing?
No, someone
We
did say
should
he was
we
wrong.
should all give
Bro,
credit.
listen, man, bro. 80% of this party is shitting on Devin Haney. They're mad because he won.
There's one, maybe two people shitting
Devin
on him.
Haney, all the respect.
Yeah.
He's a quality, boring ass fighter. So respect,
Yeah.
right there.
See, that's
Spider-
shitting on Haney right there. Calling him
Respect.
boring.
Thank you, Spider Rico.
That's a lot of
shitting on him.
Spider Rico nailed it on the coffee.
That's not
There
shitting
you
on
go.
someone.
Spider, you're on
Nah,
fire.
y'all some haters.
Cheers.
I've always liked
Nice.
Spider Rico.
But
Yeah,
it's
both
just
of them
like
never
it's just like
understood.
you gonna
You
sit
know
here
what?
and
Spider
criticize
Rico's such a
Devin.
great
You gonna sit
man.
here and criticize
Like,
Devin on
I
his
deserve
biggest night
a
and call him
promotion.
boring.
Can I get a
But it's
promotion
like
at all?
any fighter
Shout out to
has
Australia.
flaws. Any
Hey,
fighter has
Spider Rico.
flaws. You can't just sit here and on
I
their
got
biggest
one.
night sit here and say, oh, well, they're boring, or oh, all he does is load up on his shots, or oh, all he does is this. Like you could say any fighter has flaws. Like it's just whack that Devin's biggest win. You have a bunch of people. Oh well, he's boring though. It's like
Because he is boring. Boring. That's the
I didn't
thing.
say that. I said, why is he clinching and cheating?
When's the last time you seen a 12-0 fight?
Address the simple fact. Why was he clinching from the second round on in? Why was
It wasn't because he was hurt. It wasn't because he was hurt or in danger.
Hold on,
Well, I
I
can
want to
say-
hear Jimmy. I want to hear Jimmy. Please.
All right, sorry, I'll make it real quick. I have noticed a big trend recently in the last, over the last 10 to 15 years where that's letting it get away with more and more. Back in the day, if you just jabbed and then reached out and grabbed somebody to prevent offense, like right off the rip, the ref would say, don't do that. Like you can clinch because if you're in too close, the punches are coming at it. But it's just a jab and then clinch. If the ref would have turned to Haney and said, you can't do that, I still think Haney's skilled enough. He could have done maybe something else to like work out of it. But what he did was take advantage of a ref who wasn't going to penalize him for doing it. So that's more on the ref.
I totally agree with Jimmy. Bayless started that standard.
He would have won. Like no
But
matter
a lot
what.
of times
Why are
he
you
wasn't
cheating?
wrapping his arms around him. He was leaning into him, cutting off the distance.
Right. I
And
think
both
It
of
doesn't
them
matter
were
how
free.
he's clinching. It's
No, this
he's
whole
clinching.
Devin Haney.
Why y'all can't just give? Why y'all cannot just give Haney his respect? Be like, congratulations, Haney.
Let me
I'm
send
sorry, I don't have
I'll send you
any
some
balls
tissues.
in my mouth like
Holy
you do,
shit!
Black Jimmy.
Hold on. Somebody in the chat saying that if Haney was running, why did Kambosos' face look like it went through a
Who
meat
said he
grinder?
was running? What idiot?
Oh my god! His skin is really white. That's why his skin is really white, so you can see his cuts easily.
No, he got hit. He got hit.
Oh, you
Haney did-
racist! Oh, I'm not gonna do that, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, why y'all cannot just give Haney his respect? Like he won the fight in a good fashion. Just
boring. The problem with Haney, he's a boring fighter, man. Devin Haney's lost 3 fights before this. He can't even drop one of the featherweights, man.
All right, okay. I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. I'm gonna put it.
Black Chip.
Well, I got a question for Black Chibi before I get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, did you pay on that bet you lost? I heard you don't pay on bets, man. Ain't no respect on
I
that.
only paid $25 on that bet, Joe. I ain't even gonna flex. I got $75.
I have a proposition. Can somebody please give credit to Devin Haney so Black Chew can calm down? Can somebody?
Yes, I ain't giving him shit.
Lucho,
I ain't giving him
about
the Bay
I give Devin credit like an hour ago.
I'll do it. Bucho, I'll do it. I'll give Devin Haney credit. I'll do it. Okay. So I'll tell you what it is. Devin Haney, I give him a lot of credit for being the only man, hear me out. The only man to win against Gamboa without a knockout. I give him complete credit.
Regardless of the situation, bro, we got a real undisputed champion right now, and it's Devin the Dream Haney. Get over it.
Debbie
I'm just listening now.
Ain't nobody beating Devin until Shakur steps up.
But you guys gotta admit though,
not even Loma. I'm sorry to tell you guys, not even Loma.
I'm not trying to shit on David Haney, but you got to admit, man, this was a pretty easy. I mean, he went from Linares to Diaz to beating Kambosos, but he did it and he won it. He got his 4. He's unified. He deserves.
Yeah,
The qualifier. That was an easy. That was an easy path.
Man and a
Yeah, it's the easiest path in the modern era.
featherweight.
All right, let me ask you this, Jimmy.
Bro,
Look,
like, he
all
wanted
right,
to
this
fight. He wanted to fight.
This is my last.
He wanted to fight Teo.
Yeah, they say that.
Listen, this is my last.
Everybody
He
wants to
literally
fight
wanted
everyone.
to
That's
do
what
it,
they
bro.
say.
Like, what do you mean? He was a mandatory. Like, what are you talking about?
All right,
He
listen.
wanted
This
to
is
do it,
my
he
last. This is my last question, and this is to Jimmy. Did he win an easy fight, or did he make it look easy?
Wait, that's. I'll make it under 10 seconds. That was a combination of his combination of his got one of the best jabs in lightweight, without a doubt. And the reason why I think he'll stay at lightweight, he's got very thin legs. That if you lifted up his fucking trunks, he's got thin legs. That's why I believe he can make still at 135. But it's also Kambosos for some reason thinking he was a one-shot power puncher against Teofimo. He had fear. He was afraid of Teo's power. Because of that, he stayed up on his toes, bounced in and out. I thought he was going to do the same thing, which would have been better against the jab. But he came in flat, putting all the weight over his front foot, trying to just one-shot him. It was crazy. So yes, it was his jab, and it was a combination of that. I'm done.
Poseidon wasn't with him tonight.
I'm done too. I'm just listening. Unless somebody asks a question, I'm done.
I can answer why he made it look easy.
Promise, bro.
Black Chitlin.
I don't think it was
Somebody
easy
else.
at all. Honestly,
I did.
I don't think it was easy at all. If you have to start initiating a clinch from the second round and you don't allow any kind of inside fighting, I think
That's
you have
true.
a big ass problem. That's a big fucking
The
problem.
ref is, that's the issue. That's the standard now because of Bayless. But I totally agree with you.
I think
Yeah,
I
his
think
ball
it's
hit it
just-
out.
I think this whole
That was
narrative
terrible.
that Devin all he did was just clinch the whole fight. I think that's just kind of just ridiculous. Like, yeah,
I think
No
was
one
there a
said he
lot of
clinched the whole
clinching
fight.
inside?
I said it was
but you
illegal.
make
And why is he doing that?
you're making the whole fight about Devin was clinching. Devin
Okay,
was
but
clinching.
you got
Like,
producers in here
that
saying
was
that
the
this was a
sole
great
reason he
performance. Like,
won.
this was
Like,
an all-time great performance. This was a decent fight. That's about it.
No one said this was an all-time great performance.
Black Jibby did. I see a
Black
lot of
Chitlin.
fucking people on
Yeah, we
Twitter
just
saying
got
that
done
this
with
is a
that.
great performance.
It wasn't
Yep.
all-time great performance, but when you
I hear
hear someone
fucking
It was a
Tim
good
Yeah, I
Brown.
wouldn't agree with
performance.
that
I don't,
either.
I don't think
It was
anyone's
good.
gonna say it's an all-time
Oh,
great.
it wasn't.
No
But
shot.
what you've been having coming on here and saying is that he's cheating. He's cheating. So why
Yeah,
is
I'm
this
right.
and that?
I'm
He's
right.
cheating.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's what
It's like,
clinching
bro,
is.
like that wasn't the
I'm
whole
right.
fight. So it's
But
just
I'm
like
right.
you gotta calm
But
down.
it
You know
is
what?
cheating. It's
gotta
People
calm
always
down
come in
too,
here
bro.
whenever their fighter loses. They always come in here and say, "Oh, he got robbed. He got cheated."
Dude,
Every week this
Haney.
happens. So.
Kambosos
Stop.
isn't my fighter.
I picked Haney by decision.
You
All
seem
right,
like a
stop.
Devin Haney hater,
Get out of here
Rolly
with that
fan.
shit.
Like if
The
Kambosos
point
is not
is
your fighter
how
because it's
the
just
fight
Rolly
is
fan.
Debbie Haney.
You
ridiculous.
Kambosos
you
just
guys
didn't
fall
enough
for the memes,
gyros.
man.
Kambosos just didn't pray to Athena. That's why.
Yep, that's true.
possible.
All right.
Because he's Greek.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it. Yeah.
So do you guys
Uh,
think, do you think Haney's going to fight like an elite fighter in his next fight, or
Good
is he just
question.
going to?
Exactly, because I was asking myself the
what's
same
happening?
question. Like because if you think about Kambosos, like he fights Teofimo Lopez, and right after that he fights Devin Haney, where he could have easily fought a B level class fighter in Australia, just to show
Yeah,
off his
true.
skills.
Oh,
and
100%.
but he okay, so
He
that's the
deserves
question.
credit for that.
Yeah,
He
fuck
deserves
yeah.
I don't
that,
think-
and-
Well, the rematch is
but that-
mandatory, right?
Yes,
you wanna see
it
a
I don't know.
is if George activates it,
It's
but
up to
he
you'd
wouldn't
have to activate
have
it. They still have
he
to
wouldn't have
activate
been able to fight that B level fighter in Australia. It wouldn't have, they would none of the none of the promoters.
No,
were
he
gonna
could
pay
with
for that.
with those belts.
That'd been
He
trash.
could have drawn a nice crowd in Australia. Trust me.
I want
Yeah,
to
no,
see
they
that.
didn't want
in Greece.
for no name.
I-
Nah.
Wasn't the announced attendance was I think 42,000, which is a
'cause it
damn
was-
good
'cause
crowd,
it was
right?
for undisputed.
Yeah, it's not
If he had
bad.
been
Yeah.
fighting
Nah, whoever
some
say he
bum-
couldn't do a good fight in Australia alone is bullshit.
Yeah,
he
trust
could've
me,
done-
he
He
could.
could have
Well,
done
I'm
a ton
telling
of
you,
fights in
I'm telling you,
Australia. That guy doesn't know shit about boxing.
But Bob,
Shout out
you
to
not-
You
Australia.
haven't been watching boxing for a while, bro. That you
Yeah.
could
You're
have
not gonna.
stayed in
he was not gonna
Australia
get
and could
paid-
dude,
he
he could
was
have
not
stayed in
gonna-
Australia and fought a bunch of bums for years, like Joey
But
Dib
you know,
tried to
how
do.
much money are they making? Is he making the money? that he
Joey
made for
Dib
Devin
tried to
Haney
do the
fight?
same thing, but it didn't work because if Evgeny Gradovich knocked his ass out, Joey Dib would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
Wait,
Butcher,
how
can I
much
ask you a
Billy
question?
Audience will
Did he
let
make?
that shit
How
up.
much money did he
Aussies
make
will
doing
let
it, though?
that shit up. No problem.
How much money
But
did he
Joe,
make doing it though?
You know who deserves a lot of credit? You know, not a credit, but it's kind of slimed his way right in there. Not slime, but fucking think about it. After all that money DAZN put into Haney, Bob fucking Arum jumps in. Now he's got a piece of the fucking undisputed at 135. He owns it again, just like he did. You know, he now if he's gonna if Lomachenko comes back, you know they're gonna. The top rank's going to push that.
I think he's tied up.
Yeah, but Haney won't.
I have a hypothetical.
He has the rematch, and then I think after that, they're gonna Bob's gonna want him to fight Aloma. After that, I think he has 2 more fights with Bob, and I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna rematch Kambosos, and then he's gonna fight Loma.
Let's go.
Why would we want to see a rematch?
Fight Loma.
It's George. George made him sign that contract. George, he has to fight George if George activates his rematch clause.
I want to see the rematch in Greece.
Let's say they do
His question is it Keyshawn Davis in lightweight too, right?
Dude, he's got like 3 fights under his belt.
He's not getting a shot at all.
I think he's at isn't he at 140? I thought he was at 140, right? Keyshawn?
I think he's at 130.
Oh, is he? Okay. Is he really? I thought he was bigger than that. Yeah, he's
I haven't named no one.
Definitely 130, 135. 130, 135.
There's a dude that motherfuckers are going to avoid. I'll tell you right now.
Are you thinking the same name I'm thinking, or who are you thinking?
Hey, Top Rank's going to move Keyshawn Davis nicely, though, I feel like.
Yeah, and there's a dude who can jab, but he can crack, and he's mean. He likes to fucking hurt people.
Bob Arum's 93. He's going to want to see Davis win a championship belt before he dies, so he's going to move him fast.
Can he die soon? If he fights behind that jab, dude, he can be dangerous. That's exactly how you want to set up power, too.
Yeah, he's a badass. So isn't the fucking Spanish kid, that 18-year-old who's almost 19 now, Zayas.
Yeah,
he's a badass too.
He's a welterweight, right? I think.
Yeah. Well, he probably end up a junior middleweight because at 19 he's worked real hard to get in that welterweight, and so once that man mass starts coming onto his bones, it would be probably stupid to stay at 147 because he'll be eating too much mass.
Hey, can I ask Butcher a question?
Yep.
Are you gonna do breakdown videos for Better Beef and Smith Jr.?
Well, I don't do those. Mr. BDA does.
Oh yeah, my bad, my mistake.
No problem. I'll ask him. You can ask him too.
Is he here?
No, he's not here. Tomorrow we have a show, by the way. Mr. BDA will be hosting that. We're gonna take phone calls and all that shit. So,
all right,
stay tuned for
Thanks.
What real quick? Who do you have on that? Not to change the subject, you have Better Beef or Joe Smith?
Better Beef.
I have Better Beef. Yeah.
I think pretty much everybody does.
It's gonna be a barn burner though. It's not gonna be like tonight's fight. It's gonna be exciting.
Joe Smith is a live dog, definitely. He's a live dog because Better Beef, whatever you say, he's hittable. He is hittable.
He is.
It's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, well, the problem with that, I totally agree with you. But Smith Jr., he's really telegraphed, and he can be slow at times when he tries to set up his hook.
Yeah, he is, but I mean, so is Better Beef, isn't he? Like he's sort of like.
I think he's a little faster.
Joe Smith is going to with his punches. Joe Smith's very laboring. And the best punch Joe Smith has is the overhand. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Gets down, he kind of like has that Rocky Marciano style where he he shields his shoulder and then he like dives in with that overhand right, and that's what you have to be worried about with him.
And it's telegraphed.
Yeah, it is because you know when it's going to happen. When he's like crouching his knees and he's like going forward at you, like, oh fuck, here it comes. You know, so like I don't know. For me, like I don't see how he beats Better Beef personally. Sorry, Bucho, go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry to bring this back to Haney, but I just have a question. Does Haney have what it's needed to become a superstar? And I'm saying, I'm talking about not only a super, like attraction, attraction.
He's already a superstar.
His style is not fan friendly. Let's be honest.
To become an attraction, you need either personality or like an amazing boxing style. He has neither, right?
Yeah, and you have to fight a bunch of Mexicans.
Neither.
He's already a superstar though. Like he's got to be the champion of the world.
Just because you're a champion doesn't mean you're a superstar.
Exactly.
I think Ward did it better than him.
He literally has all the belts in lightweight.
That doesn't don't mean you're a superstar.
Nobody named Debbie Haney.
Cervantes is a superstar, and he's a fighters. He's a superstar.
He's a star. He's not a superstar. You just take the adjective away right now.
I just know who he is, even like outside of like diehards. How many? If you ask them, is he even a star?
They're not going to know. They're not going to know.
Is he even a star?
Dude,
Did y'all
He's not.
Did y'all think that the Linares fight was boring?
Yes.
When he got rattled, it wasn't boring.
Yeah, it was boring until he got
Just
hurt.
because he got hit, that made it not boring.
Once his legs started wobbling, it got real exciting, I think.
Shout out to Venezuela.
Okay, so y'all sound like
that tells me a lot about you guys. Y'all just some Devin Haney haters.
No, I think as soon as he looks vulnerable, things get interesting.
Like y'all just want to see Devin get hit, and then now he's exciting because he gets hit. Like what?
Exactly.
Oh, I want to see him knock some fools out.
I don't say that because Devin was hurt. That was Linares wasn't hurt in that fight. Devin wasn't hurt too. As soon as someone gets hurt, things get interesting.
Why couldn't he close the show like Errol Spence did? Why couldn't he close the show like Errol Spence did to Kell Brook in England? He had the same opportunity. He had the same opportunity.
All right. Hold on. This is the last thing I want to say. Okay, we can say, Devin Haney's a boring fighter. That's what y'all words, not mine. But let's just be honest here with this one. Devin Haney is the best lightweight in the division right now. Can y'all agree with that?
Lomachenko, no, he's not.
You guys are gonna find out when he outboxes your boy. You guys are gonna find out.
You gotta give it to him.
Lomachenko boxes circles around him. He does that little Ukrainian jig and fucks him up.
He's gonna disable some of the fools.
Lomachenko's undefeated.
I think the size advantage is getting underplayed here. But
I'll put it to you this way. I think for the time being, obviously, Haney is the man, but to say he's a top guy in the division, obviously not, because you have a guy that can't even fight and compete with you, and you know that he's dangerous as fuck. And the last time he lost was when he had a major shoulder injury. So we have to be fair about it, right? He's not. It's not. We're acting like is Haney really the best? Look at the resume.
Okay, Quacks. Then he's number 2 then, right?
The Haney lawyer. This is the Haney lawyer. The Haney lawyer is talking. Please let. What did you say, Haney lawyer?
Sorry.
I was just saying, Quacks is he's number 2 then. We're gonna say Lomachenko's 1 and then Haney's number 2.
He is number 2. He looks like shit. That's why.
Yo, Lomo's number 2. He don't even have a belt.
I'll give you this.
You can't be number 1 in the division without a belt. That doesn't.
Yeah, man, that's crazy talk. We can't put Devin in number 2.
I'm trying to give you guys an opportunity here because
Devin Haney. Obviously, it's Devin Haney. He's even got the ring title. He's got them all.
I just told you he's a man. I said that. I actually started my whole thing saying that he's the man right now. But to say he's the best in the division is a different thing to say.
No, he is the best.
So is he number 1 or is he number 2?
Okay.
He has all the belts.
The best in the division is a preference. That's a subjective.
No,
he's technically
when your boy get outboxed, you're not gonna say that.
It's a stylistic quality. Well, we'll see.
Exactly.
You don't know. You had a guy that had to go to war, and he got to slide in and take a spot.
We all thought Kambosos was a scrub before Teo. Maybe Kambosos really was a scrub.
Nah, I would not call him a scrub. I would actually pick Kambosos to pick Linares. I'm not going to call him a scrub.
We all just thought he was some regular mandatory. We all just thought he was some regular mandatory before Teofimo.
Okay, and he showed you that he's not a regular man, and so did Teo.
Actually, maybe he did tonight, bro. He looked pretty average. I don't know. Maybe that's what you got wondering, bro. Maybe Teo's just ass. I don't know.
Why did he look average? Why did he look average against Devin, but he looked fantastic throughout the fight of his life against Teofimo?
Why didn't Devin Haney close the show?
I'll tell you why. Style advantage.
I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. Now I know how it feels to be a Canelo fan, bro. You guys are just haters.
I'll tell you one of the major reasons. Fear. He did have legitimate fear from Teofimo's, and fear is a great motivator. It makes you fight. Like, it's clear Haney doesn't like to get punched. I mean, he just one of those. Some guys like to take punches in the head, and some guys don't. So he's part of the thing that drives Haney to make him such quick fiber and dump out of there and get out of there. He doesn't want to get caught with shots. And against Teofimo, the Australian had that fear, and because of that fear, had him up on his toes, throw his combinations and bounce out, bounce in. With fucking Haney, he believed the stupid, he's got no chin, no power. He went in all the way over his front foot against a guy with longer reach and a great jab. That's like retarded fucking game plan. It was so stupid.
Yeah, but does that make him now a bum fighter because he made a bad decision?
No. But like, let's be honest. Kambosos even.
When did I say bum?
No, before Kambosos fought Teofimo Lopez, he was sometimes struggling with like lower, lesser fighters. So I'm not saying he was bad. Somebody mentioned that maybe Kambosos' level wasn't.
Yeah, he was a mandatory. We all just knew him as a mandatory. We didn't know anything about him.
Yeah. Kambosos is maybe like maybe on his best day like a 7 out of 10 at best. Like he's a solid, decent
He's a B
fighter,
level.
but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the elite level.
Who can beat Devin Haney then? Who can beat Devin Haney?
I'd give him 7.
Neil from the Matrix.
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys this.
Davis versus Devin Haney. Who wins? Davis versus Haney. Who wins?
I don't care.
Haney has that all day.
Maybe
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know.
You don't think Gervonta would just crack him?
Right? No, honestly,
Haney doesn't like to get hit. Haney will respect it.
Yeah, I think Haney's got too much skill because of the competition levels. I mean, he lost rounds to Rolly Romero. If you lose rounds to Rolly Romero, you know what Devin Haney's going to do to you?
And he got pushed back by Isaac Cruz. Like what the fuck?
Isaac Cruz pushes everybody back.
Nah, I doubt Cruz would push back.
Isaac Cruz got a hard head. Isaac Cruz got a hard head.
Pushing back.
Hold on.
Yo, I'm willing to put money on that. I doubt Cruz pushes back.
Mexican Haney's the best boxer right now. Y'all gotta get in.
Hold on. TX Bulldog, thank you for your contribution. He says Devin Haney is number 1. Lomachenko was never undisputed and has 2 losses. See, that's a hate for Lomachenko.
Toledo. He's counting that Toledo loss. Fuck him.
But you know what? He can also honestly, Haney can also drop a thank you note to Loma for doing all the legwork because he's the motherfucker who collected all those belts. You know, I mean,
and then he went off to war and gave him the opportunity to even have the fight in the first place.
So that's where the problems start because it's like, why does that even? Oh, Devin Haney needs to thank Loma. I get it, but I'm just saying.
I said it as a joke. I said it as a joke.
Okay. I know.
I said it as a joke.
Right now.
He did do all the work, though. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, he did. He definitely did. I thought that he wasn't able to get a rematch or a rematch clause wasn't in the contract was ridiculous. I thought that was like malpractice. Like, how do I have 3 belts? You have 1, or whatever.
Yeah. Listen, what this fight showed us is that Devin Haney, he's a very good fighter. He's able to step it up. I mean, he's able to win these big fights where because some people even question whether he was going to be able to like take the pressure. Going to Australia and all that shit. He succeeded, but now it's time for us to see him fight somebody like Lomachenko.
Yeah.
I have a name. Do you think if he handles this rematch, you think Ryan Garcia's name gets tossed into the pot?
Oh my God!
Hold on.
No,
Ryan Garcia is pregnant.
Let's rewind back on what King Bucha just said. In all reality, that's the only person that can even keep up with Haney right now. Let's be real here. It's Lomachenko.
Maybe.
Oh, Loma.
Lightweight?
I thought you meant Ryan.
So the only reason I'm saying that, so basically, if Haney ends up beating Lomachenko, I don't want to hear nothing no more. And I see Haney beating Lomachenko.
Yo, I'll say it here first. Because based on style, I think Teofimo, like the old one that beat Loma, will give Haney a tougher fight than Loma will.
Disgusting.
He'll make him do the chicken dance.
I don't know about
you should
that.
Be ashamed of yourself.
You guys are gonna find out though.
Hey, you know what? Haney punches. Haney punches like he wants to pull his punch back so fast. Like he's so afraid of the counter. Like every time he punches, it's like he's already pulling it back before he punches. You know what I mean?
That's bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's just hit and not get hit. Like, that's what boxing is. But no, now he's so scared to get hit. Like,
he's scared, bro.
Yeah, he is scared. What do you mean?
He's a boxer. He's not a fighter.
It doesn't hurt that he's scared. It wins him fights if you think about it.
That's
is
true.
Dimitri Bivol scared? Dimitri Bivol fought Joe Smith the same way. He fights almost a very similar style of.
Hey, Bivol can hurt you. That's different. Bivol can hurt you.
Taekwondo.
That's true. Bivol walks you down. Bivol
how many knockouts does he have?
You don't
walk down no Kambosos. Shut
you
the
don't
fuck
win a
up,
fight
dude.
by hurting a guy more. You win a fight by landing more punches.
Right. Yeah, boring. Boring.
By the way,
No, it's boring, but
what do you mean
winning
to
matters. Winning gets you the belt.
Boring. Hey, have fun. Have fun watching that shit.
It doesn't matter.
Doing damage is what gets you.
Bro, I want to be entertained.
Yeah. Have fun watching Haney, dude.
I want to be entertained when I watch this shit.
I don't want to go to sleep.
Well, if you want to be entertained, you got to wait 2 weeks. All right, Better Be versus Smith Jr. That's going to be a barn burner.
And I appreciate guys who can hit and don't get hit. At the same time, make the fight like Boots Ennis, excellent length. He's very hard to lay gloves on, and when you miss, he punishes you. That's the one. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that fucking Haney lacks. It's that finishing, and that's the finishing. You either have to be so hated that you can drum up people to watch to see you lose, or you have to be entertainment because it's a blood sport and people want to see that. He can dominate different divisions, but he'll never get that crossover until he's itching at the $1 million pay-per-view sales without knocking people out.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Jimmy.
Even Errol Spence is another level in compared to him.
You ain't no Errol Spence, you ain't no Crawford.
Errol's so fun to watch.
Errol Spence he's been done 5 years already. How long?
With one eye, he don't have the power to do that, and he doesn't have he don't have the power to beat Errol.
No, I personally think Bud's might be the most exciting fighter to watch, and even he doesn't get the pay-per-view number. So
yeah, good point.
Yeah. He's going to be at 140 in probably around like a year and a half. He's a big kid. How do you think he matches up against somebody like Prograis? I don't know. In my opinion, I think that's bad for him. A guy that just wants to put on you and doesn't give a fuck, that's bad news for Devin Haney. Really bad news.
To get jabbed in the face.
Well, I think even Jose Ramirez would be a good fight.
You're going to get that jab countered. He's gonna get that.
Well, that was what Kambosos. Like anybody that fights somebody that you want to do. You want to counter it if you can, but it's not.
Did you guys hear Jose Ramirez fucking priced himself out of that Conor Ben fight? They offered him $1 million and he said no. Like, unbelievable.
Is that true though, Jimmy? Is that true?
No, it's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, because I hear his manager on Twitter talking shit about Theo.
Well, the reason being because remember they paid him. The DAZN paid him. That's the problem when you start. They did it with Mickey Garcia. Remember they paid him $7 million to fight Vargas, and they paid him $3.5 to fight Maurice Hooker. And I like Hooker. He's a tough kid, stuff. But obviously, he wanted that kind of money again. You don't have the belts. It's like, are you serious? So they gave a goodwill offer. I thought $1 million, and he walked away from that. They said it wasn't enough. Well, $1 million's a lot better than nothing.
Is he not with Bob anymore?
No doubt.
Yeah, I also think Toledo.
I want to just quickly, one super chat. Jose, thank you for your contribution. He says some people like chess, other like checkers. All right, he's quoting Mayweather there, I guess.
I like a combination of both. I appreciate excellent skills.
No, that's not even a Mayweather quote. That's actually came from a movie, but whatever.
Oh, really?
I like it both. I appreciate someone with great skills, but I like someone like, okay, for instance, once I realized if I was in there, if somebody like, that's the way I am, that's the way a lot of guys are. If you realize you got somebody, he had him so frustrated, I think, by the 9th round. I think if he would have really stepped on the gas, wasn't worried about, he could have really probably even stopped Kambosos if he jumped on him. But he just doesn't. That's not part of his DNA. That's all.
Oh, but so here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, Jimmy. Here's the thing, though, Jimmy. So would you do that? Would you go in there with
dumb? This guy's dumb.
Would you?
What's that, brother?
Okay, shut up. All right, let me finish. So would you do that, Jimmy? Risking undisputed, right?
Yeah, because I'm stupid like that. Because I'm insecure. I'd be so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm so insecure. I'd want the crowd to be into it. I'd be playing it to the crowd. Like I'm stupid like that. I'd risk getting knocked out. Haney did what he had to do, but that's just how you know
I
what I
don't think
mean.
it's even stupid. I don't think it's stupid. Like a real fighter, when he's in the ring, he doesn't care. He just wants to destroy. He has this vicious appetite. He just fucking that is secondary to like destroying. This is the Tysons, the real sort of fighters. This type of guy, he's a boxer. He's a boxer, different
An
breed.
athlete. He's not a fighter.
He's not going to change.
I am leader. You
He's
said
not going to change. This is why he's not going to be some sort of crossover. Forget about that. It's
So
not going to
Pernell
happen.
Whitaker wasn't a real
Why
fighter.
is he so famous? Why is David so much famous more than Haney? Why does Davis make all his money in Phillips City than Haney?
Because he knocks motherfuckers out.
Because he knocks motherfuckers out. Exactly.
Knockouts. I want to
No,
see
but
brutality.
exactly.
What are you
That's
talking
why,
about?
yeah.
Okay, so what?
Davis versus Haney. Why?
the question.
Haney
What's
wants
up?
what Davis has, but can't have it because Haney doesn't have power. Haney wants what Davis has. All the lights and the jewelry and the fucking rappers coming to the show.
That's not the only thing, though. He also has, like,
I'll be honest. The knockouts help. The knockouts help, but I do think if Haney was co-signed by Floyd, they could have marked him up as the hit, but don't get hit. The sweet signs. I think that could have worked.
No,
Floyd can't read though. Fucking Tank knocks out a bum and does a backflip. Like that's literally what it is, man.
People love it.
He talks shit beforehand, and then he does shit like that. Like
He's not a good shit talker though either. He's I don't know.
He does a lot more than fucking Haney.
I guess Haney invested his money well. I guess he invested into a restaurant and he invested into a detail place. He owns a 13,000 square foot house in Vegas. It's beautiful, but he doesn't go on potty. You know what I mean? He's a homebody type kid, so he leads a clean life. So
even I am leader said that he wants the jewelry that Tank has. See, that's what he wants.
Yep, you can tell. Look at his jewelry. Look at him. He wants all that. He wants the pack-up shows. He wants the Mayweather shit. You can tell, but he can't have it because he's boring. He has no power. He finished Kambosos. He can get to that, but he didn't. He didn't step on the gas. No one wants to see that.
I think you could. I think you can build up to it boring if you build up your resume. Like you could put people to sleep, but you just turn out wins. It could happen.
Maybe.
Listen, I'll put it to you like this. Gervonta the Tank Davis is house famous, but Devin Haney as of now, is international famous. He's the undisputed champion. Get over it.
No,
Chibi, you literally just said, Chibi, you said like 30 minutes ago.
What are you talking about international? Most people don't even know he had a fight today.
Chibi literally said earlier he was at
international. What the fuck?
He said all my friends talk about Gervonta Davis, but when I mention Haney and Teofimo, nobody knows who they're talking about. I promise you, they still probably
but that's it, bro. We're talking about, but see, this is not what you're not getting though. Like, bro, he is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and you're not giving him credit. You're still saying that he ain't shit, he don't deserves it. Like, why does it?
We already gave him credit. We did this already.
I hope Haney's paying you some decent dollars.
Sorry, we're not.
I literally just heard you guys 5 minutes straight talking about how much of an ain't shit person Devin Haney was. Like,
he said he lives a good life. What do you mean?
Let me read a super chat here. Nicholas, thank you for your contribution. He says that referee was biased. Well, we talked about the ref and the clinching already.
Before the fight, we talked about it.
But he was helping his brother. I hope Haney doesn't fall into like this mentality where he thinks that he already made it because he's undisputed all of a sudden, and like now he can do whatever he wants. He can fight whoever he wants, and people are gonna show up, or believe that he has a fan base, because I mean, does he really have a fucking fan base that's gonna show up to see his fights? I don't know, man. I don't know.
He got booed in Las Vegas. He got booed in Las Vegas in his last fight. He got booed in Las Vegas in his hometown with his last fight.
That's a bad fucking sign right there, jeez.
There's a lot of Mexicans in Nevada, though, right?
Well, it's his hometown, though. I mean, come on.
Right,
yeah.
If you get hated enough, that could work in your favor, though.
If you're Devin Haney, what do you like? What would you do? to change it up, like to become
Talk
exciting
shit.
and to talk shit. Okay, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Retire.
Go for the kill. Go for the fucking knockout.
To be real, man, most people are gonna be just indifferent to Haney. Like that's just it is what it is.
Devin, like when he gets those big point leads, like probably around the 8th or 9th round, if he feels comfortable, like okay, he's winning, then he just needs to go balls to the walls and try to get guys out.
I agree.
I think that would help
I agree.
a lot.
Hang on, does he have the tools to do that? That's the question. I don't think
he has the offensive tools. He's
but pussy.
I don't
No,
know.
he's
I
not.
think he has
No, he's
the
not.
tools. I just think he's not. He just doesn't want to do it.
I think he's just.
He don't got shit.
Why wouldn't you want to do it? Because you're smart.
His daddy.
Why beat Kambosos 8 rounds and then in the 11th because you swinging for a fence, Kambosos catch you with something and you end up on the canvas.
That's fighting, bro.
Daddy told him.
I mean,
a lot of guys do that.
Man, it's called being a smart.
You lost.
Guys,
nobody's gonna sit here and say, "Man, Devin Haney, man, what a fighter, bro. He's so heartful, man. Like he went out there in the 11th round, got knocked out. Like Devin,
he's so considerate.
Go watch a Bud Crawford fight when he's up.
Guys, Bucho's trying to read something.
Yeah, somebody wrote an interesting comment. If Haney keeps beating top guys and is active, he will be a superstar by default. You guys agree with that? He just has to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That's what I was saying earlier. If he keeps winning and beats big names, I'm talking. If he gets a Gervonta Davis fight, it won't happen because he's a pussy. He will have no choice but to accept that.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
It's a combination of things. He didn't have the profile, the marketing.
He didn't fight enough Mexicans.
It's a combo, but yeah, if he beats Tank, if he beats Loma, and then Shakur steps up and he beats Shakur, like that's gonna be default. Like you're just that guy.
Because all the fans of those people will just hate him. It'll be like the Floyd effect, where people tune in and just hope this fucking kid gets knocked out. That's what's gonna happen.
But he won't be able. It's hypothetical, but to me, he won't be able to do what he did tonight. He won't be able to do what he did tonight against Loma. I don't think they'll be.
Why are you assuming? Why are you assuming? I remember. Sorry, when Tank Davis.
Haney is the best fighter in lightweight right now, so y'all got to get over it.
Like Jimmy, shut the fuck up.
Hey, hang on.
Black Chitlin.
When Kambosos beat Lopez, I remember Tank won his fight. They asked him directly, like after the fight, "Do you want to fight Kambosos?" He gave some bullshit. I was waiting for him. He gave some bullshit. Oh, I'm going to do what my team says. Blah blah blah. He didn't even call him out directly. Now, to me, that was a fucking red flag right there.
It's because Kambosos isn't Mexican, that's why.
I mean, if you want to fight, you fucking directly say, I want to fight this motherfucker. Instead, he gave some song and dance. My team, I just do what they tell me, all this bullshit. So I'm skeptical whether Tank wants these legit fights or not.
Yeah,
that's why I said earlier that hypothetical would never happen. He
just did an interview and said that he had never asked Floyd for
exactly. You're 100% right. He did. I heard that interview. He straight up said. They said, "Well, did you ever?" He's like, "No." He never even asked for him. That surprised me.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? I mean,
dude,
fucking hell.
You could tell that shit when he said hell no to a rematch with Cruz. Like that shows you his fucking character. Like the dude's a coward.
Yeah, if you're not fighting, you can tell. You can tell like straight away what's up. Basically,
let me ask y'all this: in the top five pound for pound list, where do y'all put Devin Haney as the undisputed champion?
He's not on it. I'll answer him.
That's bold. That's bold, man. Not top 5.
He's not top 10, respectfully.
He's not even in it.
All right, now
he's not even top 50.
Even though he got all the belts, in lightweight, he's still not top 5 pound for pound in lightweight.
Top 50.
Absolutely
top
50.
Nah, man, he got to be.
He's like 8 or 7.
He's like 8
or 7 for me.
Maybe like 60 seconds.
Yeah, I am leader Rolly fan.
I was putting him at 8 or 7 on pound for pound. Me being a hater of him. Like, what the fuck, dude? You just say shit, man.
We said earlier his path to undisputed was pretty weak. He has to add some names to that resume, and then we can talk.
Hell yeah, he has no resume.
He beat the guy, but he beat the guy who beat the guy who beat.
Yeah, but Chibi, did you have Kambosos in your top 5 when he beat the guy? Like, it's not the same. Like, you got to add some names, and then we can talk.
I know.
Yeah, consistency. That's what you need.
Go, Kiwi. Hey, by the way, when I read the chat, hold on.
Guys, let Pucho talk.
Let him talk.
Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. All right, Jose, thank you for your contribution. He says checkers equals limited fighters with hype, while chess means technical fighters tend to make fights boring. Haney is missing that extra gear. Let's see how he handled the franchise curse. What's a franchise curse? I don't know what that is, but
so when you request a franchise belt and then you lose.
I thought Haney was the right champion.
They're actually saying that those belts are cursed. So,
what's up, Carl?
What's up, Carl?
Well, the situation, man, as of right now, in lightweight, Devin Haney is number one. Nobody can't beat him. He got all the belts.
Nobody can beat him. What you say? Okay,
every time you give him props, you go off and just make it hard to agree with you.
Nobody can beat him.
George was wrong.
Who has beat him so far? Like he beat
he hasn't fought.
He beat the guy who beat fucking. He beat the guy.
Okay, so he should retire.
Okay,
so retire. He did everything, so he should retire.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes, Pucho.
So this is
are
y'all saying
so let me ask you this then. If he beats Lomachenko, y'all still gonna find a reason on why
Nah, dude, he needs to move up because there's no one in that division anymore. He needs to move up then. Stop being a pussy. He's not gonna beat Lomachenko.
So you really think
If he beats Loma, he's not a pussy.
So hypothetically
if he beats Loma, I'll squeeze him into my top 15.
All right, so you telling me, okay, let's hypothetically speak here. He moves up, right? So you telling me that he's not going to beat Josh Taylor?
You think his power? Hey, you think his power?
No. Isn't Josh Taylor moving up?
For the
Josh
panel.
Taylor is
Question for the
Braveheart.
panel, guys. Do you think his power was going to carry up with him?
Hell no.
What power?
He never had power to begin with. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking? What power?
No, Jimmy said it earlier with his
power.
skinny legs. He's not going up. He should stay where he's at.
He has to go up though. He's gonna get. There's gonna be no one else to fight.
What do you
My
mean
grandma
there's
hits
nobody
harder.
else to fight? You got Ryan. You got
No,
Tank.
he can wait for Ryan. That'll be a big fight in terms of
Ryan,
pay per view.
Tank,
That's
Shakur
true.
is gonna move up eventually.
Ryan is pregnant. He can't fight right now.
Big though. Like how many?
Ryan's gonna fight for Tuna, and he's gonna want a payday, and it makes sense.
I just
It'll be a big
listened to the post fight, and he's already squirming around. You got to ask
I'm
out
gonna see you
before
guys like this because I'm gonna go out and
Black Cheetah.
Black
Black Cheetah, you're talking too much, man.
Go ahead, Black Chibi. Black Chibi.
I'm gonna go out and
Black chillin'.
I'm gonna go out and celebrate on this win tonight. But this is the last thing I'm gonna say. You feel me?
I just came back from taking a shit, and before I left, you said that, and I just sat down, I put my headphones in, and you go, Kate's the best. I go, son of a bitch. Go ahead, Chibi.
Yo, can I ask a question?
No, let Chibi go. You got one more thing to say.
No. This is my last thing I'm gonna say. Regardless of the situation, nobody. I sense that you guys thus will not give Devin Haney his credit for making this fight look easy. Which is okay.
No, I wouldn't.
It's okay. I understand. Listen. I'm one of the biggest Canelo haters in the world, and I get it. You feel me? He made it look easy.
I feel you.
Well, of course.
Yeah, you're still paying down payments on that last
Canelo.
You hate Canelo because he's Irish. That's why.
Move on, man.
You hate
Listen,
Canelo because
we're
he's
not
Irish. That's why.
Suleiman. We're not Suleiman. We can't give him a fucking belt.
The only thing I was essentially saying is this, man. You feel me? Like I'm glad that he won. I'm glad that Devin Haney won this. You feel me? And all I know is if he were to fight Lomachenko, I do see Devin Haney winning. You guys are also forgetting. Hold on, you guys are also forgetting that this guy is only 24 years old. And he has so much more. He got so much more growth to go.
He's not going to suddenly get power. That's
shit.
not there.
How are we going to follow that growth? That's the problem. What is he going to do at 147?
You don't grow dog and you don't grow power. That just doesn't happen. Like
You guys are the biggest ever.
He'll come out of the
You know, I'm done. I had a whole speech on. I had a whole speech about it, but regardless, now I notice you guys are gonna hate regardless. So I'm done.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, Kings and shit, man. Kings and shit. Shout out to the mighty KFC.
We have two super chats. Hold on. Two super chats. Thank you. Jesus. Andre says, thank you for your contribution. He says, half the people saying Haney was... Sorry, let me repeat that shit. Half of the people saying Haney was boring thought Kambosos was going to win. Okay. And then Nicholas says, I fell asleep 3 times. The dream is right. Okay, so he's falling asleep.
Pretty good.
Oh, I get that. That took me a second. Okay. Yeah,
that was pretty clever.
More like a coma.
Yeah.
The coma.
So, anyways, I don't know. Where do we go?
Do you think they're going to let Haney fly with his hands, or think they're going to make him check him and lock him up since they're so lethal? The power.
You're obsessed with the power, but that's a good point, though.
He's got no power. He has no power.
Shit. Like
he's got jack shit for power. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Okay,
he won tonight.
I don't know what that means.
There's no safety on that Glock. Whole lot of ammunition too. Right?
He does. He has enough power to keep. Yes.
He does.
Okay, but
y'all gotta realize. The people that are hating on Devin Haney in the chat, y'all got to realize that the only guy that you think can beat him in the lightweight division, quote unquote, for the most part, is Loma. And even that, and Loma's one of the best to ever do it. Like, period. So that kind of tells undefeated. How good Devin Haney is. Power, no power, whatever. Like, he ain't feather fisted. Like, this dude's like, he's for real.
He's good, but the power, we can question the power. You can be good without power.
Exactly.
He has
Loma never lost a single round.
Yeah, but saying he has no power.
No, he's not Paulie Malignaggi, right? He's not Paulie
Malignaggi. This is where I'm coming from.
I think Paulie hit harder.
Paulie had a better jab.
Oh my god.
Paulie hit harder.
Devin Haney is Devin Alexander. Devin Alexander is Devin Haney. Same person.
No, come on, man.
This is why I say it. I'm not saying I'm not trying to change the tiger stripes and make him walk down somebody and be some big power puncher, but you do have to have enough. Okay, so if you're a big kid and you're going to do a big weight cut down to 35, but you can make 35 very, very, very easily. There's no need to go to 40, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can make the weight cut, but it's still it's a substantial cut, and you're displacing the whole fight, that's how Linares caught up to him. I mean, really, it's just like he didn't have enough power to keep Linares from catching up to him by round 10. And by the time he did catch up to him, you seen that counter right hand in the second round that Kambosos threw? That fucking got his attention. That was a flashback for that Linares punch. And
imagine if Linares was younger.
Say again?
Oh, I said, imagine if Linares was young.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, Haney won that fight too. I mean, I'm not taking nothing, but I'm just saying it's an issue. It's an issue. I mean, you got to have enough to keep somebody honest. I don't care.
Why didn't Linares do it? Why didn't Linares do it in the 5th round? Why didn't he do it in the 4th round or the 3rd round? Why?
Haney's a great boxer, bro.
He's fucking old.
Haney's a great boxer.
65.
Yeah, he's a great boxer. I'm not saying that it was going to happen in the 5th, but you've seen it almost happen in the 2nd today. Even Tank, I'm not really a big Tank Davis fan, but if Tank lands a fucking a counter shot like that, he's going to be doing the Millie Wop again. And
he's not getting up from that one. But.
I'm just not understanding like the correlation between him not having power and then him getting caught with shots.
You're not?
No, I don't get that.
No, because he's saying you need power to keep someone off of you who really wants to come forward.
It's a big weight cut.
It means he's overrated.
Yeah, but I don't think Devin's fights he gets when he's in the pocket, he gets caught with shots. Like if he's close enough, like he get caught with shot. But that doesn't now that's because he doesn't have any power. Like a lot of people get caught with shots in the pocket. If you're not defensively responsible, you're not moving your head, you're not blocking, you're gonna get caught with something. I don't think that's because he can't keep people off.
The problem is he don't get caught in the pocket. He gets caught coming in and getting countered. Because people are coming forward, coming, which, by the way, shout out to the ring card girls tonight. The ring girls in Australia were off the chain.
Nice.
Top rank, Bob Arum, 90 years old, still got the eye. Give me that one and that one and that one.
We have some quality hoochies in Australia. So,
You guys do, man. I love Australia.
Quite strong. Oh, that's strong. I'm impressed. But like I said, man, yeah, you're right. He's a good boxer, and I mean, you don't need. I'm not. I'll tell you one thing I learned about Devin Haney this week here was that he's actually a pretty well-spoken, kind of like a well-mannered.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck,
kid.
bro. I don't care how well-spoken a boxer is. I want to see fucking fighting. I want to see brutality. So
You do?
Yeah, I do. That's what people pay for. So he's a nice guy. He's a nice kid. That's cool. That's cool.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
It doesn't entertain me at all. Sorry.
Well, to be fair, you shouldn't have had to pay for it tonight. It wasn't a pay-per-view.
I didn't pay for it. I just fucking got that stream going. But a lot of people paid for it. So yeah.
It was on ESPN regular.
Yeah, correct. The thing is, though, hey, how about this? Speaking of power, what the fuck? Junior Fa got iced by a construction worker. Huh?
They were fucking. Hang on. They were illegal shots. Literally, the first shot was like to me behind the ear. The last shot, literally on the back of the head, like plain as day. And the referee just says, "Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore that and just fucking TKO." It was fucking. It's a joke.
All right. Well, I stand corrected. How about how about the what's his name? The Hirohito, the kid with the bowl haircut, the blonde bowl haircut. What was that guy's name? Ongawa?
No idea. I don't follow these bums. I don't know.
The blonde Japanese kid.
Zone.
Yeah, the zone.
Yeah, I didn't watch that fight. Apparently, he got destroyed. Yeah. Well, just what I heard.
If you get about 7.5 minutes of extra time, check that one out.
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, Mr. BDA messaged me.
Like that.
Yeah, Mr. BDA told me to watch it, but I was like, yeah. I took a nap.
Hey, I had a question here. Can I just ask a question? I don't call in often. I want to know, does anyone here think that Haney has any sort of chance of becoming a mainstream star, given how boring... I'm not saying he's not good, but he's got a boring fighting style and he can't punch.
We answered that already, didn't we?
We answered that already.
Oh, that's been asked on. My bad. What was the general consensus? If I can ask, what was the consensus?
Well, D-Money and Express seem to think that, yes. Oh, and Black Sheep.
No.
Yes.
I said yes, but he has to make. I think
the consensus is
somebody agree with me that he has to make the adjustment of like going for it in his fights. He has to go for it, or it's not going to be entertaining. Nobody wants to see you just box and not get hit, whatever. He has to change that if he wants to be a mainstream star. Yes.
Basically, the consensus is like I've got a bigger chance of being a mainstream star than fucking Devani.
Oh, look at D-Money. How can he go forward with no power though?
Yeah,
nothing. Hold on. So is it okay to say that he's boring?
Yes.
D-Money.
It's fine.
I'm asking you. No, I want to know D-Money. Do you think that it's fair to say that he's not super exciting?
All right. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say for sure. Yeah, I agree. But I think when people like, I am your leader, like when that's all you have to say after he wins that fight, like that's all you have to say, then it's like, okay.
Bullshit.
Many fighters in history that have like been sort of boring that sort of became mainstream superstars.
Floyd.
I don't.
That's different, though.
That's a different level. I mean,
but look at Pretty Boy Floyd. He was finishing people.
Yeah, he was finishing people, and there was an artistic merit to his domination. Yeah. While Haney's just sort of he's sort of winning easily, but it's not even like impressive, super impressive. It's okay, but it's like whatever. I'm gonna go make a coffee while he's fighting. That's all shit.
Do y'all think though when he fights somebody like a Tank or like Isaac Cruz even or like a Loma, somebody that can really stylistically challenge him per se?
Loma blows that off.
Do you think that could bring it out of him to bring?
I don't think Gervonta will give him.
I don't think he has anything. He's gonna hug like a bitch.
We have to see it, though, man.
You can't hug Loma.
I actually think he beats Loma, but
I don't know how.
Who beats Loma?
Devin Haney.
Nobody.
Haney out.
Oh yeah, Haney. I got
Crazy
Haney
beat
over
him
Loma.
in a boring decision.
Nobody.
Like a boring.
I think the size. I think the size advantage helps him a
You
lot.
need power to beat Loma, man.
Lomachenko's never lost a round.
I'm sorry, but that herky jerky movement and that speed is gonna get countered. You guys are gonna see it.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, listen. I didn't know Tim Bradley's handle on Discord was Black GB. Because Tim Bradley needs to calm down, bro. Tim Bradley's the only one that's going harder than Black GB. He needs to fucking relax.
You know what? You know what boxing really needs to do, as well as other combat sports. They should give us a button to mute commentators. Because holy shit, I couldn't I wanted to mute the TV, but I wanted to hear the punches or hear the crowd and stuff.
That's a good point, but I'll tell you something, man. A funny thing. Normally, I can look. I don't give a shit what these commentators are saying. It's funny. If anything, it's funny. But my dad's getting kind of on in the years where his hearing's starting to getting a little weak from being around machinery and stuff. So he has to jack the fucking volume up when we watch fights. And I find myself screaming at Tim Bradley, like arguing with him, like "Shut the fuck up, Tim Bradley." Fucking shut up. Generally, jab more. Hey, you know what? Kambosos needs to jab more and just go for it. I'm like, dude, you short fucking motherfucker. You want Tim Bradley just to walk straight forward. I mean, you want Kambosos just to walk straight forward. You're fucking full of shit, Tim Bradley. Here's the caveat.
He was kind of saying the truth about
unless for his job he's getting, instruction on certain. If that's the case, then he's got to do his job. But if not, if he's really saying what he thinks, shut your ass up, Tim Bradley. Good thing.
What's your problem?
Why not? He's supposed to break down a fight and give.
I'll ask you though. What commentators do you like? Do you have some that you enjoy?
If I had the decision, honestly, if I had the decision, I'd have them muted.
You said Roy Jones. That's a good one.
Commentators these days, like the whole commentary teams, they're just shit outs. They've
I like Sean
degenerated.
Porter too. When he's
he's good.
Compared to HBO days, Jim Lampley, whatever. They brought to me personally just a sort of gravitas, even if they made mistakes, even whatever sort of a legitimacy, or sort of like a value, like a weight to
journalism, like real journalism. Yeah.
It was just fucking like this guy's loud, this guy's annoying, this guy's clueless. I mean, it's just shit house to me personally. It's just like it's sad compared to the old days.
Yeah, integrity.
Yeah, they're toting the line.
Yo, is Rico snoring on the mic?
Hang on. How is Brian Kenny like a frontline commentator at all? This guy, Brian Kenny.
Can you guys kick the guy who's snoring on the stream?
Who is this bullshit? Imagine if you step all night listening to this fucking animal fucking farm in here. This fucking zoo. Kill somebody.
Who's snoring this shit?
He's not snoring.
Yo, Rico. Isn't it Rico?
Bunch of
Wait, who is he snoring?
This is what it's like to be on the phone with Leonard Ellerby. Like hold on, let me find it. Let me find it, Leonard. Hang on a minute.
Anyway, back to the topic. Like, is anybody a fan of like? Is anybody a fan?
I'm fine. What? Just calm down.
Is anybody a fan of Brian Kenny as like a lead commentator for like the major boxing fucking promotion? What a fucking. How did this guy get a job? Like, this guy was like a cheap ass sort of sports commentator, like on some TV shows, and now he's leading the commentary. What the fuck?
Frank Alexander. How the fuck did Alexander?
He's a clown show. That's what he is.
I never heard of him.
The only thing that made it halfway.
Hey,
go ahead,
let Carl say something. Because he hasn't.
Go, Carl. Go, Carl.
Go, Carl. Go, Carl.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Remember the robot guy in Chappelle Show?
No, the murdering llamas. I think fucking George Kambosos, I can see his future now. He's going to be on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. As for his boxing career, I think he's fucking one and done. I think T.O. was his big claim to fame.
That's it, bro. That's it. Yeah.
And I don't want to see the fucking rematch because it's just like press and rewind.
From a fellow Aussie, I agree with you, bro. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. He just couldn't get
he had his little shot in the limelight. he talked the talk.
He couldn't really talk smack either, could he? Really, like he wasn't really that good at talking smack. Like he's a rat. He's a rat.
Cringe. It was cringe.
It was cringy. I tell you something, Spider Rico and Carlito. Listen, guys.
I'd rather he said
he had a better state of mind when he was over here in this, like when he was away from. I think being at home, something distracted him or whatever. He seemed
said that from the start, man. The hype's going to get to him, and it fucking got to him.
Yeah.
He
Could be.
thought he was all that, and he ain't fucking shit.
It made me mad when he put his hand up afterwards, like he did something. Like, come on.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I think George knew. I think George knew he had a. I think he knew he had a rematch clause, and I think George
typical
said,
loudmouth Greg,
I'm
right?
not going to come in here.
Typical.
Have some respect to the Spartans,
right?
The Warriors,
right?
Have some respect to the Warriors.
I think George said that.
He didn't even fucking bring it. He didn't even bring it, bro. I'm not respecting that shit. Sorry.
I think George said he knew he had a rematch. Though. He had a rematch clause, so therefore he was like, "I'm not gonna risk getting knocked out in front of my home fans." Like I have a rematch.
That's bullshit,
clause.
dog. Fuck that shit.
Say it again.
He's in the wrong sport.
Said I think George knew that he had a rematch clause, and so he knew he didn't have to go like balls to the wall. Like he just didn't. He knew he didn't want to get knocked out in front of his like home crowd, so he knew he had a rematch. So he's like, okay, well, I'll take this loss. I'll look at film and we'll do it again.
Who's gonna knock him
out? Who's gonna knock him out?
Less move than I thought. If that was
who's gonna knock him out? Like
who's gonna knock him out?
No, I mean, y'all didn't think that the way the fight was going, y'all didn't think that Devin, like, if Devin pressed on the gas, that he could have possibly, if he pressed on the gas, he could have possibly got him out of there.
He pressed on the gas. He doesn't do that.
I understand you were falling asleep, but were you watching the same fight?
Yeah, bro. Come on.
What are y'all
Jimmy,
talking about?
what do you think, Jimmy?
He was jabbing him. Look at he was jabbing. Still doing that.
What the fuck?
He was jabbing. He was jabbing with his back foot up in the air already, stepping backwards.
Yeah.
And listen, let's be real. Kambosos came forward like a dumbass, like kind of like a Tiafimo type of. You know,
but that's his style, though. That's why I gave Devin the style advantage. He's like kind of like a mixture of pressure and counter.
So
that's just his style. That's the thing.
He didn't even pressure that much, though. It was sort of in between. It was a mix between
yeah, but
boxing
he's
and
at a
pressure.
style disadvantage, so that's why he couldn't do it.
The worst fight I've ever seen him fight.
Just get in there and fucking.
And Haney was landing a lot. Haney was landing a lot of jabs, but I never saw or thought that Devin Haney could stop Kambosos.
No, never.
I'm saying if he went for like a knockout, like if he was landing on Kambosos at will, if he decided to say instead of just jabbing and if he said instead of just jabbing and getting out, he said I'm gonna jab and follow up and chase Kambosos down and head on him. Like if
no. If Haney would have done that would have been better for Kambosos because Kambosos wanted to get into exchanges.
That's right.
No, but exactly. you don't think even if Devin did that, you don't think there's no chance that he knocked George Kambosos?
No, very low chance.
That just makes the fight close.
He had that thought. He had that thought in the second round, and when that counter right hand whizzed by his head.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see it on his face. He was just like, wait a minute now. I do not want to fucking do. I don't. This is too early for this shit. Fuck that.
I'll tell you something, fellas.
I'm faster. I'm longer arms. I'll just outbox him, and that's what he did. But he never wanted
to fight. You know, he said, I fought every round except for the 12th round. So what do you mean step on the gas and go for it? Don't act like he just fucking like jogged through this fight, motherfucker. He was throwing as hard as he could. He ain't got no fucking. I'm sorry. He's a nice kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, but put some puncher's gloves on him and shoot his hands up with some shit that makes him feel like they belong to Spider Rico, and then deal with it tomorrow. They'll hurt tomorrow.
Exactly.
So I think he needs to fight a couple of retired rugby league players.
Think so?
It's a bet. The only chance he's fucked. Or
I read some.
He needs to learn how to box like a Mexican really fast. Really fast.
He's not going to learn that like tomorrow. That's his style.
No,
that's not going to happen. That's the way that.
My dad goes, he's got 18 knockouts. I was like, Dad, let me show you. I couldn't find this picture of that little horse jockey he was chasing around in Tijuana. But I go, he got 18 knockouts, but No. Have you ever seen any of his knockouts? I'm not cracking the joke. I'm saying, have any of you guys ever seen any of these 18 knockouts?
The Haney knockouts?
Yeah.
There's probably more.
Yeah. He knocked out a tall Mexican, skinny
Devin
guy.
Haney.
Ooh, Gumby.
How about that referee tonight? He was classic, right? With the accent.
Yeah,
that guy
he's
definitely. That guy definitely probably sold me a bag about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I kind of
I'll tell
recognize
you
that
one
guy.
thing, fellas. I need a new fucking emoji on my Discord account.
You got what?
What?
I need a new emoji. I got to get rid of this fucker. I know that much.
What do you got?
So you got George.
Respect, Carl. Respect.
Oh yeah, you're
Look
right.
at that. Keep it up until the rematch. You never know.
Nah,
we've seen enough. We've seen
It's
enough.
It's all of war. It's all a plan. Why'd you miss weight? That was all planned.
Kambosos, Rolly Romero.
I wanted him to win the
planned.
first match, so
Yep,
he
it was
doesn't know
all
what's
planned.
coming.
Yeah, put two
That's right.
spastics in the ring together.
So you came in 4/10 over, and then you took another hour to shed it, and you came back. That's right. That's right. Thank you very much. It's all a plan. He's like a little Greek Sun Tzu with his tactics.
Yeah, but it was fucking shit. It was cringeworthy, man. Like even
It was
his
cringe.
talking, it was fucking
It was
terrible.
funny.
Like he
That's
better off
funny.
saying he wanted to. He better off saying he wanted to eat someone's children or something.
Hey Carl, though you know his interviews leading up to the Tio fight, regardless of how the fight went, I'm just saying his attitude, his composure, you could just see it in his face that he's believing what he was saying. Right? It wasn't cringy at all. It was just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna.
You know
Yeah,
what?
in the TI fight it was.
Yeah. Kambosos wasn't trying to play any mind games against Teofimo Lopez. He was just letting Teofimo Lopez talk like a fucking madman, and his father as well. And he was just saying, "You'll see, during the fight, what's going to happen." But in this fight, he took that position where he was going to be the one that was going to get into Devin Haney's head.
So yeah, something was wrong. With his dad too. His dad was acting a fool too. You know. His dad was acting up too this whole week. You know, it's just something was up, man.
You know,
it was all a plan.
You know what I really hate? I really hate fathers that live vicariously through their fucking children.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It really is a bad look. It's a bad image for them because you think, what sort of a shit cunt were you growing up where you obviously weren't nothing as a fighter, but your son's half decent, so you're going to ride his curtails and just think you're the fucking OG gangster from fucking Marrickville, mate. Come on.
Greek. Yeah. He's Greek. The fucking world revolves around these fucking kids, man.
Yeah, it's Greek, Cholo, it doesn't matter. Same shit.
Bro, I went to a Greek wedding one time, straight up. It was my wife's friend, right? He married this kid from North Carolina, and this fucking motherfucker got up on the fucking dais, for the best man speech, and he goes, his brother gets up there and he goes, I'm going to say, let's just say his name's George Kambosos, right? He goes, George, Yogros, his name in Greek means God's gift. Okay? And I thought he was going to crack a joke. Like, I thought this was leading up to a big punchline. Like, little did we know it was our little nightmare. But he just fucking went on a 15-minute hype job about this guy.
Tirade.
And then the next guy got up and said the same shit. He goes, when I first met the wife, I was like, I don't know if she's up to the level, but you know what? I've really come to be accepting of her. I mean, it was like a fucking sales pitch one after the other. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, man, God damn. Greeks.
Fucking Greeks,
man. Up there telling them about stories about when I had my nuts on their face and
God's gift. King Bucho. Bucho and Greek means God's gift.
They got great chicken though. Yeah, exactly. They got great chicken.
Ever since his little olive oil little head came out, we just knew he was the center of the universe. I never seen a fucking hype job. I never seen a speech like this. Like, I mean, we were just sitting at the table drinking. I'm like, I was just looking over at my wife like, God damn. Fucking selling.
Hey, what's next for Kambosos and for the Australians on the panel? Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, how is Australia going to deal with Kambosos now?
They're going to go to
to be honest, in Australia, like, before he beat Lopez and won the fight, like, nobody even talked about Kambosos. It was just like, all of a sudden, this Aussie dude's won some titles. He's it's sort of like a flash in the pan, to be honest. Now there was a big fight, there was some decent hype, but after he lost, I think they're going to forget about him. To be honest, hey, that's it. It's done and dusted.
Yeah, well,
it's
not like it was close or he was robbed in this fight. Devin was very tactical, and by round 5, I knew George wasn't getting inside that jab, and he had to win with a Hail Mary, and it didn't happen. And I don't want to see it again because it wasn't even close. It was fucking, I had George. George really only won 2 or 3 rounds you could give him in that fight. I think the rematch is a waste of time. I think what's next for George, who knows? I think one thing with Aussies is they don't give a fuck about taking a loss, is they take it in their stride, and I hope he does, and I hope it fucking grounds him a bit and brings him back to earth, because I like the fucking George that we saw in TO. I didn't like this George that we saw against Devon, because, man, he was reaching for some horrible shit.
He started talking shit, and I was actually almost like supporting like fucking Devon to fucking beat him, because this guy's just talking some dumb shit non-stop.
Yeah, it was like a B-grade Bollywood movie.
Yeah. He's a fucking rat. He's a fucking
When he said that, I was like, it was like, for me, it was like Kambosos is out of character.
Which part, Bucho?
You're a rat. You're a rat. When he started saying that, I was like, this is not Kambosos, man. This is like, it looks fake. It looks like somebody else, man.
He's Greek, not Italian.
Yeah, it's fucking wannabe.
The Sun Tzu shit too after the weigh-in was just so cringe. That was deception, not a war. Like, come on.
Whatever, bro. Yeah.
I must say, after the fight, he seemed to be, he wasn't like
he seemed like himself again after he lost the belt. It was so weird.
I mean, listen, there's no need to retire. I mean, listen, go back to training, fucking get back and fix it. And come back. I mean, I'll watch him fight. Shit, I'll watch him fight any of the 35-pounders. I'll watch the motherfucker get. If he comes, let me say, if he comes in mentally and physically like he did into the TO fight, I don't care if he loses again. But I don't need an immediate rematch. He'll probably exercise the clause and then take some kind of a step aside to get Loma back in there. But I'll watch him fight against any of the 35-pounders.
I think they'll do the rematch.
I think if
that'd be a cringe. That'd be a cringe fest, huh?
Roller's not that good.
Oh my god!
I think Kambosos versus Cruz would be a good fight.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I think Kambosos versus Lopez again. Although I'll pick Lopez in the rematch, just like I'll pick Loma against Lopez in the rematch. Who else can you fight at 135? Gersha. He could fight Ryan Gersha. He could also fight Tank. So there's still money to be made for him.
Yeah, I'll watch him fight again.
Even Tank doesn't fight anybody.
Let's keep it 100 though. Loma is a fucking man at 135.
Nah, he is, Gil.
After he lost that TO fight, I'm like, he's still number 1.
He's never lost a single round.
He's got to prove it.
Badass.
You got to prove that shit.
He's got to prove it. You got to prove it. Yeah. He's in a position where he has to prove it again.
Yeah.
Watch him come back yoked. He's gonna come back looking like Pacquiao when he fought Margarito. He's gonna come back jacked.
Hey Pete,
that's not his style. That's not his style, man. Come on. That's not his style.
Somebody in the chat, nationalist is saying in the chat, what the fuck is all this racist shit attacking Greeks for? I don't know, Pete. What do you think about that?
We're just attacking the loudmouth motherfuckers.
I love Greece.
Who gives a shit?
Their gyros, the best. They got the best gyros.
Hey, did you guys hear about, like, on Twitter, people already putting them as pound for pound?
Number 1? Come on.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that?
That's just a casual talk, bro. That's just.
I don't disagree with you, but I just want to know what you guys think about it.
I had Beeble the fucking ATG after he beat Canelo. I'm like, all right, man. One fight. He won a fight. I never seen Beeble rise to the top of so many lists. Like, he's
better than Muhammad Ali.
Goddamn, skyrocketing. But yeah, that's just
can't take him serious.
Last reaction.
A pound for pound, a top 10 pound for pound. I wouldn't mind seeing him at the bottom.
Yeah. You can accept that, but anything higher.
I seen him like people put him number 3 pound for pound.
Anybody
on
says
Twitter,
that,
I thought that was crazy.
You just block them, and that's sorted out straight away. Just ignore that shit.
I want to read that because I want to know what the casual fans thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
It's funny how they never gave Lomachenko credit for anything. They always said like, "Well, he lost against Salido like fucking 50 years ago." And
Yeah,
now
can we talk about that though? Like,
well, hold on. All of a sudden now they give credit to Haney because he beat the man who beat the man, and that man was Lomachenko. So at the end of the day, now they're giving credit to Lomachenko, man.
Yeah, all the late work.
Well, before Loma lost the second time, Salido priced himself out, and then his dumbass ended up losing. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Fuck Salido. Yeah.
That was a long time. Like people would still bring up the Salido loss. It's ridiculous.
That was a good
anyway,
fight. I'll go back and watch that fight anytime.
Yeah,
that was a good fight.
Fucking he lost.
Yo, if they fought a second time, I fucking put so much money on that rematch on Loma.
Salido wouldn't fight him again.
Easy money.
He wanted to. He wanted
but
to
I'm
do
saying,
it.
like, even though he
Salido
lost,
priced
like,
himself out. Yeah,
that shit was action packed to the end. He almost fucking. He almost did it in the 12th round. He almost knocked him out. He almost knocked Salido out.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. Did Kambosos look like an elite fighter, though? That's.
No, he was supposed to fight. He wasn't supposed to throw two punches at a time. He was just supposed to go in there and rough him up.
That's stupid. He should have counterpunched. I mean, that to me.
He tried, man. He tried. He couldn't.
Honestly,
he's not going to come forward. I'm just saying, like I'll say this: up until round 2, when he threw that big counter shot, might have been a little too early, because once that happened, Haney was saying, no, we ain't doing this again. I'm gonna jab and post, and step back and let him come to me. And Kambosos did it. So, if it was an easy fight for Haney, then Kambosos might have had an off night and made it easy. You don't have the range to come forward like that, hooking off.
Well, Haney did the right thing. He held the center of the ring. He didn't really run. He could have just blitzed in there and just swung caution to the wind and could have probably got to him. He did it for a few rounds. If he would have done more of what he did in I think the 10th or the 12th, he probably could have gotten an ugly draw, or probably not. I mean, Haney did well, man. He did well.
He did fine.
Yeah. Kambosos, he did not look elite, but he did not look like a bum. He just looked like a solid, tough, gritty fighter.
I think he's elite. I honestly think he's elite, but he's bottom of the food chain.
Well, maybe right at the bottom.
If you would have done what Salido, you guys are talking about Salido, what he did against Lomachenko, he would have done better. But he tried to outbox the longer lane man with the better skills. Definitely.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake.
He didn't have the same size frame as Haney, like Salido did Loma, and he didn't have 30 fucking. He didn't blow his weight. He didn't blow his weight in about 20 pounds either. So.
Yeah, did you guys see? I mean, to me, Kambosos looked small against Haney, and we know that actually he's small. He's a small lightweight. Even against Teofimo Lopez, he looked small. So, so how is he gonna rough up
Well, that's the thing. Devin Haney's not necessarily a strong fighter. He's athletic. He doesn't have the toughest of chins. I'm not saying that he don't have a chin, but that if you press him, that dude's gonna be kind of worried. He's gonna be a little worried, like he was against what's his name, Joseph Diaz Jr.
Yeah, I just never saw Kambosos as a pressure fighter or come for. I mean, I thought he was a puncher.
He's a pressure, counter puncher.
Tio dove straight forward. Tio dove straight forward into every counter punch. So it's like
Tio had lost his mind in that fight. Remember, he was just too emotional. He was just
he was going through a lot in life.
He got baited. And he called him round 1, and that was he got almost lost his cool. His fucking dad's in the corner saying, "What the fuck are you doing? Finish this guy!" Instead of actually giving him advice, so instead he kept coming forward and kept eating counters round after round after round.
And what about this fight? And this fight is a complete opposite.
Yeah, Devin didn't step forward. Devin sat back and delivered when he had.
Yeah, you had a plan. Devin Haney had a plan. He had the jab. He was composed. On the other hand, when you look at the Teofimo Lopez fight, again, the complete opposite. This guy's just fucking going ape shit. Like his father not giving him any advice, and he played into Kambosos' fucking hands. It was a perfect night.
And I think
Yeah,
again,
I mean,
perfect storm, basically. I think he was better mentally prepared. Something was off with this fight. I'll give him that. But like I say, at the end of the day, in the T.O. fight, when he did in the 10th round, when he did sit down and try to bang with T.O. like he was trying to do tonight with Devin Haney, he was the one that was fucking didn't know where the fuck he was. You know what I mean? He's the one that got hurt.
Well, he was coming. Well, I know Teal comes forward, but he was more aggressive. Where was after all that trash talking, like I am the gladiator, or wherever that was, Spartans.
Yeah, oh bullshit.
Warrior, the fucking ferocious, quote unquote, throw combos, Kambosos. He didn't throw combinations.
I was waiting for that as well. I was waiting for that. Yeah.
This Timothy Bradley, what he says is like really true. It's Kambosos was so predictable. Because after, let's say, for example, Haney threw the jab, Kambosos reacted by only throwing ones and twosies. And every time he threw a 1 and a 2, Haney would just, he would go backwards and allow him to collapse where he was falling short. Then Haney will come back and counter again. Basically, here comes Kambosos with the 1 and 2, and that's it.
Yeah,
Haney was like, okay, let me get away from that.
That's exactly what I said. Where were his combinations? Where were these fucking all this mad speed work he was doing, and and the media workouts? Where was all that?
Yeah,
where were the gyros?
Yeah, where was it at?
Well, Devin Haney fans are gonna say that to get Haney's credit, he neutralized Kambosos.
Right.
That's what I'm saying about like when Chibi's wants his credit. I mean, he fucking handed him his belts. It's fucking. What do you want me to do? You want to make him the goddamn super duper Suleiman champ? What do you mean to do?
He didn't even do what Jeff Horn did against Manny Pacquiao. Say what you will, I thought that Manny Pacquiao won, but that was a closer fight because the dude made it ugly.
Jeff Horn was fucking huge, though, man. He
was huge, man.
That fight was awesome.
Yeah, but Jeff Horn had no fear. He banged like from the start to the finish. Like he had showed a lot of fucking heart. He turned it into a dirty, nasty fight. Kambosos
bigger, taller, heavier, stronger.
Like a ram. Well, I mean, it's easier, but still, to me, a lot of that is mental. A lot of that is just mental.
Well, let me ask you this, Gonzalo. What do you think? You think Lomachenko, Haney? Talk to me.
Yeah. Well, that's another small guy. I mean, Mucho's saying that, but obviously he's more skilled, yeah. So I think he could get to him, but I think Haney can also do very good against Lomachenko. Because Haney's not necessarily strong, but he is athletic. He'll mirror you with the feet. So a lot of the things that Lomachenko does well with the feet, probably Haney will try to keep up, and he's a younger guy. And one thing that Lomachenko does well, he turns to your opposite side. Haney kind of does the same thing. So I'm not saying that Lomachenko changing the angles, that he's not going to be able to catch Haney, probably. But Haney will kind of like compensate and go the other way around his Lomachenko's trying to find that angle. Yeah. He's just pretty much going to like go the other opposite way.
Yeah, we get you.
Some of me says I don't even want to ask for the fight because we'll never see it. But you know what? We might motherfucking see it because Bobby Boy, Bob Arum might try to make that fight.
That fight might happen.
It's gonna happen, I think.
I hope before he dies, he makes that fight.
Can he have a heart attack?
What you want to he might die tonight. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like you
reckon those
you gotta go.
Let's go, cardiac arrest. Let's go.
He could have a big night with the card girls.
That'd be the way to go. I came and went at the same time. That's going to be the statement to the media. Bob Arum came and went at the same time. Shout out to the top rank.
Yeah, I felt like Kambosos thought he could match Haney's speed. That's why he was very stationary, and he's like, I'll be able to see, Haney throw a punch, and I'm gonna be able to counter. But he really couldn't see that point. And but at some point he should have changed his strategy, but he never really did. And so that's why I'm also disappointed with Kambosos.
What is Tim Bradley talking about? I need to see him on his toes. I need to see him up on his toe. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's terrible.
Like it was the T.O. fight.
Yeah, this is something.
That's the brain damage.
Haney took away Kambosos' overhand right, and like Haney mentioned, and he took the left away. So like that's why I think he will do good against Lomachenko, because they train how to take your biggest weapons away. But obviously Lomachenko has more tools in his tool bag, not just an overhand riding like a left.
Yeah, but Lomachenko comes in from different angles. He moves around. He has like Kambosos.
The thing is,
he's gonna destroy.
Thing is, timing beats speed. You can come at different angles using your speed, but the timing.
Let's take a minute to put Lomachenko over, even though we haven't heard from him or seen him in fucking 6 months. What a badass dude! He's got it all. He's got the footwork. He's got the power. He's got the angles. He's got the fucking
but he's got to fight like.
And he's undersized for this division too.
Yeah, he's undefeated.
Yeah, he's a 130-pounder.
He's got to fight like he did Nakatani. If he kind of like lets the opponent survive like he did against Comey, where you could have knocked him out, but you didn't, man. Haney's crafty. You got to go in there. Once you change the angles, like on the inside, go for the KO and try to take out Haney. What's that?
I said Devin's gay too.
Fuck you, LT!
I loved how he came back against Nakatani.
What a fucking robbery that was, man.
Exactly, LT. Exactly.
Come on, LT, man. Come on.
Nah, man. Dude. Look, man. This is fucking garbage, man. I mean, hey, bro. If whatever mainstream media is saying that the jab and supposedly the footwork, the only thing that counts in boxing, shit, bro, then fuck it. You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
Hey, fuck it, bro. You know what I mean? If they're rigging the system where only the jab and the fucking footwork, bro, that's all it counts, bro. Well, fuck, man.
A la verga.
Fuck. Well, what kind of fucking sport are we watching or what, man? You know what, bro? We should hand them swords or something, bro. Maybe we'll see more fucking action. They want a fence like that, bro. Hey, bro, you know what? These motherfuckers should have stayed in the fucking amateur system, bro.
That's what I said earlier. I agree, actually. That's an amateur.
Bro, you saw how many fucking body shots Kambosos tore into his fucking body, bro? These motherfuckers are like, oh, we ain't doing shit. Off. Oh, no, that ain't shit. No, nothing's happening. Bro, what the fuck, yo?
Say it.
Bro, this is fucking ridiculous, bro. Seriously, man. Seriously.
Bullshit, LT. Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Man.
I want to go to your church.
What, bro?
Let's go to church,
LT. Let's be real, bro. Whatever the fucking bookies say, that's what's gonna happen, bro. All right? Whatever the fuck.
Bookies. Fuck the bookies.
Hey, LT.
The bookies, isn't that a Spanish band?
Hey, LT. Devin Haney. Pitbull Diaz.
All I know is I'm supporting Ebony Bridges from now on.
Fucking break that system, bro. The fucking bullshit, yo.
Who should the Haney fight next? Yeah? Should he fight Lomachenko? Or fight someone else?
He should.
What were you gonna ask me, King Bucho?
Pitbull Cruz against Devin Haney.
What? I mean, come on. So what? So the fucking the swings that fucking Isaac Cruz lands on fucking Devin Haney are not gonna count anyways, because they're only gonna see. Oh, look at that perfect jab! Oh my god! If you guys look at that jab, it's fucking marvelous. He landed 7 times in that round. I don't know if you guys caught that. You know what's the fucking bro? Like what the fuck, yo? Oh my god! Look at that amazing. You know what? And this is the difference between a pound for pound fighter right here. It's the jab and the footwork, and it's happening too much. Kambosos can't wrap his hand around it, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Fuck is going on? Are you okay, bro?
Show it.
Fuck you, bro.
Show it, bro.
Show it.
Calm down.
No, but it's true about like the commentators, man. Tim Bradley. That job, beautiful job. You never see you a pounder.
Bradley was straight.
That's why I had him muted for a while.
Jab, bro. Like seriously. Oh my god. Look at that beautiful jab, bro. It sounded like that motherfucker was about to pull his cock and stroke it right there on fucking national TV.
What are you expecting?
Look at the color of his skin. Oh, oh my god, he's so bronze tonight. Oh look, they're yelling. Oh,
I'm coming.
These motherfuckers have a gay ass fetish on that shit, bro. Fetish, bro.
I'm coming.
I don't know, bro, but if that's fucking, fuck that shit, bro.
Hey, did you guys watch?
Bro,
Did you guys
fuck
watch?
everything, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. Fuck ESPN by started, bro. Fuck ESPN, bro.
Hey, what was happening with the advertisements? Like as soon as the round ended, there was fucking advertisements. Was that happening over there?
Yeah.
I don't know what broadcast you guys had.
Yeah,
ESPN. Yeah, like what a joke!
The
Like
first couple rounds, especially, it was just right
was
there.
not
Bradley was
man.
really bad. He was exceptionally
It's
bad.
pay per view, but you're getting raped by fucking advertisements at the same time. What the fuck's happening?
Did you guys catch that bullshit where the fucking stream left it at the first round?
Yeah, everything's pay per view over here. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, that sucks.
Did you guys catch that shit where the fucking stream left like at the fucking middle of the first round and shit?
I freaked out. I was flipping out.
Bro, how the fuck do we know that fucking Kambosos KO'd this motherfucker? How the fuck do we know? You know what I mean? Bro, that was a clear knockdown at the fucking 9th round or 10th round, whatever the fuck it was.
Kambosos got robbed.
Did you guys watch the David Morrell fight?
11-2. 11-2.
What happened with Morrell? Hey, what happened with Morrell, man? I missed that. What happened?
It's really good.
Was it a stoppage?
Round 4 stoppage.
I think it was round 5.
Did he fight a bum? Or was he fought a bum, right?
Yeah.
Let's make the stream boring. Fuck it. Yeah, bro. Wow.
Let's
make for sure, bro. Let's make this stream fucking boring as fuck.
Haney and fucking what's his name for like 4 hours, bro. That's enough of those guys. They're done.
Yeah.
So,
did anybody watch the Agawa fight?
Yeah.
How was it?
Huh? I don't even.
It was a doozy.
Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, bro, did you guys watch?
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi, that dude. Yeah.
Sayonara, fucker, in the second round.
Did you guys watch the guy down the street play with marbles?
Oh my god! Did
Morrell look impressive, bro? Did Morrell look impressive?
Hey, motherfucker, we all know you don't watch boxing, bro. Seriously.
Bro, I'm gonna educate you. Just calm down. So Morrell, like, I know he fought a bum, but he looked okay. Did he? Apparently.
Did you tell LT to calm down?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, good luck.
Why don't you just light the fucking
Morrell,
fuse?
this Morrell dude, he's got a big mouth. He's calling out David Benavidez.
Yeah, he needs
wants
to calm
get his
down.
ass beat. He wants to get his ass beat down.
Bro, this guy wants. Bro, look, man. I know you work for. Look, listen. Fucking whatever your name is. I know you work for the people. I know you work for the PBC and you constantly. Yeah, I know you work for the PBC and you constantly want to keep on pumping those fucking names.
You want to pump up Canelo, that little fucking ginger midget.
That shit ain't gonna go. That shit ain't gonna slide here in this shit.
Pump up the jam.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it.
Ow! Spider, I know you're a big David Benavidez fan.
Yeah, I'm a fanboy.
Wait, you're Mirage, aren't you?
Me too.
Yeah.
I just got one name. I've upgraded. Yeah.
You too.
Let's look forward to another great fight with Trevor Bryan. Trevor's the dream, Bryan.
Khalito, don't interrupt. What were we saying, Bucho?
Nothing. That you're a big fan.
Yeah, Morrell's got a big mouth. He's calling. Can you imagine this guy? Hang on, let's put this in perspective. This motherfucker is like 7-0. He beat some bum today, apparently. He's calling out David Benavidez like this guy wants to get his career ended like tomorrow.
Some people think he has a chance. Some people think he has a chance. I'm not joking.
This guy's management need to give him a backhander and snap him out of it. Like, wake up, bro. Smell the coffee. Calm down.
Just because you don't have a whole lot of fights doesn't mean. I mean, it could be the case of like where some fighters, whether you have a lot of fights or not, or whether you just turn professional, you're just that good. And he looks like he's real good, man.
Look,
yeah, like that. He's a Cuban that left Cuba, and now he's eradicating in Minneapolis. He don't speak English. He's a good fighter, man.
Look,
he's good, but man, I've never seen I don't think I've ever seen one of his live fights until tonight. He's good, man, but you got to calm down.
Look, I can give
Benavidez
credit,
doesn't fucking smoke him.
Yeah, even though I'm a fanboy, I can give credit. Morrell, he does look fucking good. He's fucking big. He comes to fight. He's aggressive. He's got skills.
Yeah.
But again, like, do we know? Does he have a chin? How does he handle being hit? How does he handle like? We don't know. So he's calling out literally the top dogs. Like, I mean, come on, beat somebody. Beat fucking Durrell. Beat somebody sort of decent.
Durrell.
And then we'll talk.
Durrell because Benavidez beat Durrell.
Yeah.
Why not? Hey, why not? That's a test, isn't it? How do you handle Durrell? If you have a tough fight, then
Durrell should retire. How about that?
Dude, Durrell's like 37. Yeah. Canelo, Mr. Pound for Pound, is fighting a 40-year-old like in 2 months. What the fuck? Like,
no, he's better than Durrell though. Durrell, it's like he hasn't has Golovkin gotten stopped like Durrell or anything like that? Okay,
yeah,
no.
I'm not gonna. Okay, he's better, but still, like the age. I mean, you can't criticize Durrell when the pound for pound. He's fighting some fucking 40-year-old. I mean,
yeah, but Golovkin's still he just beat that Japanese guy in Japan, so that's something of a win.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is that. Yeah.
Wasn't it Durrell? Wasn't it the Durrell Uzcategui fight that Durrell's uncle or his trainer fucking cold cocked the other trainer?
That guy's
Remember
a faggot.
Did they fight?
Fuck that guy.
Durrell and Uzcategui? I don't think they.
Wait, don't I recall that right? Remember when he walked over to the corner to shake hands and he just fucking blasted him? Yeah, it was Durrell. Maybe it was the younger one.
Andre Durrell.
They're all emotional, man.
Yeah, but David Morrell's a quality fighter,
faggot.
definitely. But I mean,
they're faggots.
The problem is, say PBC, you have two stars. Like, if Morrell loses, and say if he gets beat up, that is fucking devastating to his career. If Benavidez loses to a 7-0, that's fucking terrible as well. Why would you even want to risk matching up two of your
No, it's not going to happen.
Top guys, yeah.
It's all right for the fighter to want it. It's all right for Morrell to want it. But if he's got a manager with a fucking brain in his head,
terrible. Fuck, idiotic.
They're going to Vargas him. They'll Vargas his ass, throwing him in Trinidad.
Benavidez is calling out Jermall Charlo now.
But why
not? Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great fight, right?
I hope he gets knocked out.
Why do you think that? Why do people think that Charlo's just going to go up there from 60 for his first fight at 68 without testing himself?
So good.
If he's a better pro, if he's a better,
I won't do it.
No, Gonzalo's exactly right. I'm no Charlo fan. I'm tired of his ass, but dude, and again, he should. Lord knows he's going to talk his shit. But all right, if he's going to move up to 68, then he should fucking do it already. But you want him to move up to 68? If I'm going to say Benavidez is the best fighter at 68, I believe it. I've been believing it. If I'm going to say that, then I can't blame Charlo for not going up 8 pounds and then fighting David Benavidez. I just think that's
why not? Why not? He's a big middleweight. Look at him.
He's big, yeah.
Mexican.
I know, but Benavidez is a big super middleweight, so it's like
Mexican monster.
Yeah, but Charlo
I'm just saying, I like to see it.
Talks like he's a fucking man. He talks like he's a man. Like he's fighting some fucking no name. Like in 2 weeks, who the fuck is he? I mean, what the fuck? What's the point? Yeah, Sulecki.
At 60
let's get serious. Let's get serious.
Let me build a case.
Yeah. Two people are going to watch that fight.
Listen to this. Though. Okay, Charlo. How old is he? He's the same age as Canelo.
He's 32.
Because of that,
like 33.
There's an urgency for him to start doing something with his career.
I agree, Bucho.
So
he's overrated.
That means he has to move up, man, because of the circumstances.
I agree. So yeah, that's my question. So Sulecki, I'm assuming is at 160.
Yes, 160.
Yeah, that's stupid. Then then I disagree with that. Then I agree with Bucho. Like, don't fuck around. Like, I'm not saying you should sign the Benavidez fight for 6 months from now, because that's, in my opinion, it's like, but this next fight here that's coming up, it shouldn't be at 60. It should be at 64 or 65, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
No, just fight an average fighter at 168. Fight an average fighter, a gatekeeper at 168. Are you a badass or not? What the fuck are you?
How about do something? Do something.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're right. He's content just to talk shit.
Yeah,
he's still living
that's
off
the problem.
He's still living off the Devrachenko win. Like, come on. Man.
Yeah, I mean a fucking decision win, like he's just fucking come on.
Golovkin beat him better.
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, you have Charlo, Golovkin, Andrade at 160. They've never even fought each other. All these years. What the fuck is going on?
Dudu Andrade. Dudu.
Wait. Who was saying that Canelo should have fought Andrade, man? He was a youth fighter.
Well, that's another debate. We can get started on that. Bro, the point was like, okay, the
Andrade is such a fucking annoying asshole. Andrade is such an annoying fucking dickhead.
Andrade can be annoying, he can be shit house, whatever you want, but he had a belt. That was my point. He had a belt. Well, he may suck, but whatever.
Triple G will mow him fucking down right now. 40 years old, Triple G.
Why haven't they called out? They're not even calling out Triple G. They're scared of like a 39-year-old Triple G. Am I missing something?
No, you're right.
Yeah, what a
Rightfully
fucking
so.
joke. Charlo, has he called out Triple G? He's fighting Sulecki.
No.
Who the fuck is he? This is a joke.
Yeah, Andrade he's fucking.
They're all
he's a waste of my time.
Yeah, but it's funny though. There's people that argue that nobody wants to fight Andrade. Like he's a victim. He's the boogeyman, basically.
Nobody is ducking Dudu Andrade. Nobody.
Who wouldn't fight him? That's the other question. That's a better question. Give me a list of people that have some kind of fear. Charlo would fight him tomorrow. Triple G would fight him tomorrow.
Why hasn't he fought him? Hang on, bro. How come they haven't fought? They've been champions for years. How come they haven't fought? Who's fault?
This cocksucker pulls out of fights left and right. Fucking injured. Didn't he just pull out of a? Didn't Andrade just cancel another fight because of an injury?
He had a shoulder injury or some surgery.
What injury? Tell me what it. I mean, I'm not
shoulder injury.
You, but I know. But I'm just saying. Did he give you any detail? Did he give any details?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking.
He might have. I think he fell off the skateboard ramp. He looks like a skateboarder.
He bruised his vagina.
He's got the. He talks like a street kid, but he smells like a charter school. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Full of shit.
Yo, it's 3 a.m. over here, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking hang it up, boys. Look, I appreciate you having me. It's been epic. Tonight was epic. Legendary nights. Legendary nights. Kambosos.
You're stop doing your Greek stuff.
Yeah.
Your Greek speech.
Respect to the Spartans.
So, do you guys think Haney deserves pound for pound bottom of the food chain?
No, I don't know.
Put him at 10th. I mean, he's undisputed. You have to. If you're not going to put the undisputed in the top 10, I mean that's a problem, right? He has to be like 8 or 9.
I agree with you, but I think the problem is his resume is shit, and that's the only thing that's in the way with it.
Allah is blushing.
He beat the man who beat the man. He beat the man.
Beat the man.
Allah is blushing.
Yeah, he ain't gonna beat Lomachenko though.
No, he's gonna.
All right, guys.
Outpass him.
Galimnita. As we say in the old country, Galimnita. Good night.
See you
later.
Take care.